Welcome to Sports and Stogies. Now, introducing your hosts, Cameron Winkowitz and Austin Hayes.
That was a bad countdown. I didn't think that we were counting down. I thought we were going to go into like
casual
talk.
A point usually, just to let us know that we're on.
Well,
Something.
no, usually we just like talk casually.
Yeah, you still give us a point when you let us know we actually started.
Yeah,
And we just said, all right, let's go. Like we were doing a normal.
I didn't know if you were going to like do a casual conversation or not, though. So
Usually after you say, all right, let's go, that means the conversation's not casual anymore.
Correct.
It's somewhat scripted.
It's not scripted.
Well, the script was, this is our last show before Christmas, so to all the listeners out there of SnS Nation, Merry Christmas.
From us to you, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And for you guys, what do your typical plans look like over the holidays?
Hectic.
They always are.
Always has been.
Right? Are you a put everything in one day kind of guy? Or kind of
no,
family?
not anymore. We were. Oh, it used to be insane. So it used to be we'd go my mom's Christmas morning, then we would swing by my stepdad's parents and do his family, and then would go my dad's dad and my aunts and uncles, and then it would be in the night at my dad's. And then Christmas Eve was just as hectic. So now it's a random day throughout from this amount of time for my grandpa on my dad's side. Same thing for my grandma on my dad's side. We do our progressive dinner thing with my aunts and uncles, so I don't see them on Christmas anymore. And then, so it's now my grandma's at 9 in the morning.
You go bright and early.
And then we do Shaylee's parents, Shaylee's family, and then my dad's. And we do my mom on Christmas Eve.
It's a full slate.
Yeah, so a lot less hectic because we also go to my grandma's on Christmas Eve before my mom's.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you open your pajamas
of course.
Christmas Eve.
Tradition.
So, but Christmas Day got so hectic that we started to not have time since we moved out to do it with my mom on Christmas morning. So, yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, this year we're going my dad's parents on Saturday, so the 23rd. Then at mom's Christmas Eve with the usual, like, charcuterie board, snack stuff there.
You want to know what my mom's ordering?
Charcuterie for sure, dude. Gotta be.
Hinders.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's going to be my Christmas Eve meal, dude.
Big time.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I said, there's going to be a lot of people. How many wings do you plan on buying?
You need 50 just for you.
Honestly.
Minimum. So yeah, Christmas Eve there at mom's. We always do like the Office Christmas episodes, King of Queens Christmas episodes, Elf usually.
We don't have any traditions like that. My grandpa will he will have Home Alone 1 on repeat. It's the only Christmas movie he watches, and he laughs at the same parts every single time.
It's faithful, yeah, reliable.
It's like he'll start to chuckle when he knows what's about to happen, and then he'll just bust out in full laughter.
It's an old guy thing. I'm kind of the same way now.
The only times I've ever seen him laugh like that hard is that and Kevin Hart. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
What a different ends of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
But every time,
like his retirement gift was him taking the family to see Kevin Hart.
That's a little backwards, but
Yeah.
what the man loves. More power to him. And then, yeah, Sunday at Grandma's with the whole family there. Whole day thing.
Yeah.
Probably starting at like 11-ish. And I assume lasagna or stuffed shells and ham. So we get half the Italian, half the traditional Christmas spread. And a nap, of course. Basically Thanksgiving 2.0, just with more gifts.
And
more pasta.
different meal.
Yeah.
And actually having ham this time.
Fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx it, but...
See, mine's not really as hectic. I mean, now it's a little bit more because, like, we're doing Michaela's Christmas stuff on Christmas Eve and then just doing mine on Christmas Day. But, like, it's really just doing presents with my mom and then going to my grandparents. Probably about noon.
Yeah, because your family's relatively small.
It is.
I mean, I guess really yours is too. Just a handful more aunts and uncles. I think your grandma had, 2 kids?
2.
That's almost couldn't fathom what that would be like. It's probably nice. I mean, it's
We know the 2 kids she had.
it's nice as an outsider looking in because my family is so gigantic.
Yeah, yours seems so hectic.
It does.
And it's like, that's just my immediate family.
Yeah.
Like, just my dad's brothers and sisters. If we did their families, like their relatives, it would, I mean, the rabbit hole. And even if we did, like, stuff with my grandma's siblings, she has, like, 8 brothers and sisters.
Same with my grandma, yeah. Like 8 combined.
And then my grandpa on my dad's side also has, like, 8. I think he has 4 brothers and sisters. So I think there's 5 of them. It gets
Those
wild.
numbers multiply pretty quick.
It gets wild.
Now, speaking of you and Michaela, already exchanged gifts between you two.
We did.
Want to make an announcement here on show?
I'm going to be at the Browns game, the 28th.
You're not just going to be there.
In the dog
Announce it
pound.
correctly.
In the dog pound.
Are you prepared for that?
He's
I think
not.
so.
No, he's not.
I think so.
Not
There's
even a
nothing
season
you can
vet.
do to mentally prepare for the dog pound.
Not for the first time.
I feel like we're going to be so drunk that there's really not any getting prepared.
But you're
That's what you
tailgating the
gotta-
whole time, right?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a Thursday night game. In December,
Dog pound
cold,
never sleeps, dude.
off the lake.
Oh, we're
It's
so
going to be so cold.
we'll just bundle up and we'll be so
It's
drunk
a
we won't
night
even feel
game,
it.
dude. This is going to be so cool. I avoid night games in the wintertime. Honestly, I avoid games in the wintertime in general.
If possible.
Like, I've been to a couple,
Yeah.
and that's enough.
It'll be fun.
And I know that everyone there will be like, this is football weather. And I'm like, it's not, though.
Dude, you need 2 pairs of gloves, full face mask, scarf, hat. Like,
Ah.
you don't want pretty much any
Don't-
skin exposed.
Definitely 3 pairs of socks.
You guys can't be, dude. It can't be that bad.
It is. No, I'm telling you right now, my cousin's feet turned blue.
Also, you're going to be out there for like 10 hours.
Yeah. But like 3 pairs of socks.
Unless you have nice, like Carhartt wool socks, you would probably still need a pair under those.
That's wild.
Dude, it gets cold.
Think of the coldest you've ever been.
It's
And then raise it up
probably
like
that
5
cold.
levels.
It's so cold, dude.
There's no way.
There's nowhere to go in the stadium to just warm up real quick,
No.
right? It's all pretty much outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. I
Like
would-
worst case, you take a layer or 2 off.
That's true.
But you're going to want to go
Definitely,
fully prepped.
definitely 2 hoodies. And I don't know if you have a coat. I'd go with a coat.
I have a coat.
2 hoodies and a coat. Because you're just outside in the wind, right off Lake Erie. It's
Maybe-
cold.
Maybe
dude.
a giant bodysuit that both you and Michaela can fit into, just to maximize.
Like if I
your
was
body
going, I would wear my insulated one bibs.
I'm thinking I'll probably go 2 hoodies, beanie, and maybe a jacket.
Definitely take the jacket.
Yeah.
I would bring a blanket. The seats are freezing.
Dude. I don't know if I told you guys about
And
this.
I would wear, I don't know if you have like long johns or anything like that.
Definitely a layer
No.
under your jeans.
I would
or-
wear sweatpants under, or 2 pairs of sweatpants, or maybe some pajama pants under. You gotta, dude, it's cold.
coveralls, work pants, something sturdy.
Dude, it's cold.
You guys are
There's
making
a
it
reason
sound like
why
I need to go shopping.
I only go to fall games.
You're probably gonna have to.
Yeah.
Just go to Goodwill. Just get a bunch of layered stuff at Goodwill.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And then just wear a Browns stuff on top of it.
I mean, you don't have to rep that much. You're in the dog pound. They know you're a Brownies fan. But the main thing is you get to see maybe the best quarterback of all time live and in person.
I
Close
really
up,
do. He's elite
as you've stated before on this show.
multiple times.
And well, we won't go over what you got her because that's not really show related. But either way, for your first Christmas with her, what an absolute great gift.
Oh,
Yeah, I will
she's
say-
a gamer because she's going with you.
yeah.
Custom Pokemon cards also very cool.
It is really
I didn't even know
cool.
that was a thing.
I didn't either.
And
until
it's
I
like a
looked at it.
legit, like I figured it'd be like a plaque. Like, like those custom album cover things?
Yeah.
Like how it's not really an album cover.
But like,
But that was like a legit
it's a legit
Pokemon card
dude.
with the pixelated people on it. That was pretty neat.
In the back of it looks like a legit Pokemon card too.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
What's the site from?
It was some Etsy shop.
Really? You would almost think that would have to go through Nintendo.
Like actually Nintendo. Yeah.
Well, like the little characters are straight from the game too.
I know.
Which
like
is wild.
that seems. Maybe we. Let's
I feel
just stop
like Etsy
talking
really
about
has
that.
no grounds of what they can and can't use.
They really.
I've seen like direct IP off Etsy before.
But Nintendo
And you're
does come
seeing
for
it right
everyone.
there. Nintendo comes for everybody, dude.
They do.
Fair point.
Sorry about that, brother.
We'll cut that. We'll cut
It
that
was
part.
cool while it lasted.
We'll cut that. On that note, boys, go ahead and pull up that chair
Pour up that drink.
Light that cigar.
because it's time for episode 67 of Sports and Stogies. Cam,
You know what? This is off topic, but when we say we'll cut that,
We never do.
well,
what's a joke?
but it could also be we cut something and they have no idea what it could be
That has happened before.
because, like, they don't know that we'll cut the Pokemon thing. It could have been something we
There
had
could have
after
been
that.
2 minutes
Yeah.
of inappropriate talk there that we had to cut.
Like, it's so funny. Like, in my head, every time you say that, I'm like, dude, they have no idea.
Especially when there's like a clear weird cut.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Like
be in the
right
middle of
now,
talking
if it
and you
just
say,
cut.
we'll cut that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened there.
Yeah, it's funny.
Give us some promo here, Shane.
You know where to follow us at Sports and Stogies on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, X. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, and YouTube Music.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Good job.
See, dude, I didn't even have to ask this time. I just knew.
You came prepared.
Your routine should be pretty down pat
Well,
by now.
Normally
It
you
is.
say, oh, did I miss one? Like you start to second guess yourself.
Yeah,
Then
this
when you
time-
say that, I could say any of them.
Correct.
And then you'd be like, oh, did I?
Confidence, man.
Yeah,
It's key.
Yeah, I knew it this time, though.
maybe. You could have just been so confident I didn't notice.
No, I knew.
Hey, we'll cut that. Cam, what are you puffing on tonight?
I've got the LCA Let Them Eat Cake.
I had to throw in one LCA for this month's offering.
Really cool. I can't remember who that is. It's a lady. I think it's one of the queens.
To be Marie Antoinette,
Or yes,
who originally said that, or
Yeah.
allegedly said that. Yeah.
allegedly. I don't know. They all those sayings, let them eat bread or whatever. It all mixes together in my brain. But yeah, Marie Antoinette on the wrapper there. Very cool wrapper. It's got a lot of the old like saint symbol and all that stuff. I don't know how they're so creative, man.
A lot of the LCA artwork is very original.
I don't know how they get so creative. Like you're just
A
sitting there,
staff, probably.
you're LCA, and you're like, have we done Marie Antoinette yet?
Let me check the records. Cleopatra's gone.
Hawk,
Elizabeth gone. Joan of Arc. Nope. Antoinette is in play. Let's do it.
Like, is that what they do? They're just like historical figures, and they're just checking them off.
To be fair, I think of the 8 months I've had, it's the first historical figure in the
I
lineup.
mean,
But you count Hulk as a historical figure.
kind of.
You
He
know,
definitely could
He
be.
factored in there. Any info on that, or did you not look it up?
I
Got it
didn't
from
look
Dan
up.
Cheese right here.
Normally you can't find much.
Yeah, by the way, of course, for all your LCA needs, Tip Top Smoke Emporium or tiptopsmoke.com, and our boy Stephen Dancheese up at Cigaro.
That guy's a beast.
Hopefully a soon-to-be guest as well.
Yeah, we need to plan that. Probably after the first of the year, when we go back to work, I can have that calendar sitting in front of me.
Now
Mark
that-
down
now
a
that we
couple
have-
days.
Most of the OCM events kind of locked in. Give us some more leeway there as far as when we can and can't get guys up in here, or, of course, go to them.
Yeah. We can mark down a couple days, send them a couple options, make sure everybody's available. Because I would like to do Steve, Jamie, Dancheese,
Yeah, Cigaro
Dancheese's dad.
.2, and then a one with just Dancheese and his father.
Yeah,
SnS 2024 is going to be big.
it's going to be fun. Re-up on all the interviews.
Oh, of course, yeah, dude. .2 with
Talk
Greg,
to Troy. Troy's on board.
Patricia.
I'm sure Patricia will be on board. Greg's on board. Greg's been itching already.
Yeah, I just haven't found a day that works for us all.
I know.
It's been in talks for like 3 months. Well, tonight I have a new release, brand new, just came out this month. The J.C. Newman Leroy Neiman 2023 Collector's Edition. So I didn't know who Leroy Neiman was, but after reading their article, he was a famous artist, or famously known cigar smoking artist.
Huh.
A lot of his, great mustache too, of course, as you'd expect.
From a cigar smoking artist.
Handlebar-esque.
Or really just an artist in general.
So all the proceeds from this line will go directly towards art schools around Tampa, around their factory, so that J.C. Newman's taking none of the actual profits.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, we know how generous those guys are, so not a shock there at all.
We've met Bobby.
Of course.
On
We
a
have
first name basis.
2 signed pieces. I have his card. I have his cell phone number.
Exactly.
So yeah, this new luxury handcrafted cigar is a collaboration between America's oldest family-owned premium cigar maker and the foundation of the late iconic cigar-smoking American artist Leroy Neiman. This is a 6x52 Toro, a Havana Rosado wrapper, a Florida sun-grown binder, and a blend of aged fillers from Latin America. Pretty vague there, but there's a lot going on. I've not had many Havana Rosado wrappers. Beautifully made. I mean, just gorgeous, oily, not a seam in it. Limited to 10,000 sticks altogether. And the artwork in the box is called the Irish American Bar in 1978 by Leroy Neiman. And then on each stick, the wrapper is that same painting all the way around. So very, very cool there.
Oh.
Post a picture of that on the episode post.
Do you have a
But-
picture of it on the cigar?
I did, yeah. So just incredible presentation. These go for, I think, like $20 a stick. And not only does it smoke to that pedigree, but the packaging and the fact that all the benefits go towards a good cause besides just a company's pockets makes it worth all the while. Flavor-wise, a lot going on. Started off pretty
checks
spicy,
out.
pretty peppery. After about an inch, that kind of went away. Got more creamy, coffee, a little bit of chocolate, some earthiness. About 2 inches in, great burn so far, great draw, great ash. Another great stick from J.C. Newman, as expected.
Maybe we should get I mean, obviously not a real one, but get a faux Leroy.
I'll
For
look
the
around.
studio.
I'll definitely look around.
I'm
There's got to
sure
be
you can
plenty out
find
there.
them.
Yeah.
Did you notice
Hopefully
that
just that painting.
there's writing on the inside of this?
Yeah, I didn't read it all yet. I don't know if I want to unwrap it or not.
I don't
But-
know.
If you unwrap it, it'd be the painting,
The full thing. Yeah.
but you also risk
Potential tear.
Ripping it.
potential tear.
You never know. I'll be very careful with it.
I believe in you.
Yeah. We'll
If
knock
it was
out.
me, you might as well just rip it in half.
I think it just has a basic description of the painting.
It
on
should be. Yeah.
Or no.
I mean,
it's-
that was probably meant to be unwrapped.
Yeah. It's just a little like
Put it under something to flatten it out.
Yeah.
it's
hang
a
it
little
up.
synopsis of the painting.
Yeah, that place was a place he hung out at for his inspiration. Smoked cigars,
And then you just painted it.
and then just decided, yeah, what this would be like us painting Cigarro or something like that,
Or the studio.
or the SnS Studio.
Yeah. Too bad I can't paint.
Well, not yet. 2024, year of new skills.
No
you know?
chance. Shaylee can paint
Yeah,
really well, but not me.
yeah. I never understood how people get the image in their head
I don't.
to translate to.
Not even that.
Canvas
Like
or
she
paper.
can do really good, like just looking at something in paint. And I'm like, I can't even color properly.
Yeah, you give me a pencil and a stop sign, and I'll be happy to get it half right. You know.
Yeah, I still can't stay inside the lines. Like
Okay.
for real.
Come on now.
I'm serious.
Your motor skills can't be that bad.
They can't be.
It's literally just coloring.
Should be one of our punishments should be you having to do a full picture colored in,
Dude.
and we'll see how bad it is.
Now, if I had colored pencils,
A little easier.
a little easier just to get the outside edges, but I can't get through a whole thing with colored pencils. I break the tips too much.
We'll do 3 random colored portraits from like 7-year-olds and one of yours, and see if our viewers can pick out
No chance.
which one yours is.
No chance.
Because I feel like the 7-year-olds, they take pride in their
They
coloring
do.
Oh, yeah.
skills.
Dude,
Take their
and
time.
it's not like it's completely out of the lines. Like I'll get in the zone and there'll be this section nothing, and then it'll be this section with like a couple marks out. And I'm like, how do I even do that? Then I get bored. And I don't want to do it anymore.
Then you didn't realize you went over in a section and ruined that whole part. I've not colored in a long, long time. I wonder why.
They have adult coloring books.
They do.
I've seen those. Yeah,
Like I know they have like Avengers, like Marvel ones.
it's probably pretty like therapeutic.
I'd
You
imagine.
know, take 20 minutes, color a little bit.
That's
to
probably
kinda
similar
shut
to
your
like
mind
me
off.
with Lego.
Yeah, same thing. Just a distraction. Relax a little bit.
I can't
Get your
imagine.
artistic
I
blood
get mad
pumping.
when I do Lego, dude.
Get mad.
Sometimes if I
No,
can't find
he-
a piece,
He does get really angry.
I get really frustrated if I can't find a piece.
That Darth Vader was like,
Oh my gosh. It was all the same piece.
All the same color.
Yeah.
Nothing differentiates.
No.
So we did like a little Lego party, and I was building the Boba Fett one, which was very easy.
So much more fun.
Yeah, very easy. Everything's different color.
And I'm just sitting there like, how does this even? It tells me to put it on here, but it doesn't go in.
Dude, I'm talking like actually angry. He goes, "This piece doesn't even go in here. What do I need this for?"
I was so bad.
I can totally hear that too.
I was so bad.
The only times I get mad at Lego is if I had either missed a piece or put a spot in the wrong piece, and then realize it like 9 steps later.
I don't even care.
By that point, it's too late. You just got to work
Dude,
around it.
When I started building, I think it was either R2 or BD1, I rebuilt the same thing like 4 times.
With no anger.
No anger. I would get to a point, I'd be, I built that backwards.
It's just
Whoops.
when there's one piece that doesn't quite fit.
Now, if I would have not been able to find, like, sometimes it'll take me like 10 minutes to find a piece. And I'm
Now-
like, that seems impossible.
Nowadays, they have like the numbered bags, right?
Yeah.
They do.
Now, back in the day, they didn't have that.
Didn't matter to me. I'm opening the bag and I still can't find the piece.
Then you start to think, it must be Lego messing it up. The piece is not here.
And then I
Put it in
find
the wrong bag.
Then it's like under the
right.
instructions somehow.
Also, dude,
Yeah.
honestly, huge props to Lego quality control because I've never actually been missing a piece.
Neither have
I've
I.
just been stupid.
Not a single time.
No,
How is that possible?
it can't be.
Top-notch
A
quality
little
control.
1x1 stud?
Not one missing.
Dude, those kids are tired. They probably don't get very many lunch breaks. All right, the fact that they're still this consistent.
Hang on.
Yes,
Lego's not based
Lego's
in China.
Is it
Denmark.
not?
No.
Yeah, they're
It's
Denmark.
definitely like, Denmark.
Oh, so the kids do get lunch breaks.
It's not. It's grown adults.
Shane, man, you're coming a little edgy here on a Christmas episode, no less.
Dude, I figured just like every other company, it's like all Asian companies doing it.
Nah, don't be hating on Lego, dude.
No, dude, that's Denmark.
Okay.
Known
Yeah.
for their quality control.
Fun fact: guy from Lego Masters Season 1, the guy who I wanted to win that got snubbed, is now working at Lego. Like, he got hired, but he didn't win. How is that possible?
They saw his quality, saw his potential.
And the winners of this Lego Masters Season 4, their piece is going in rotation as a set, their final build.
There should be a show like that for sports. Like, we're all testing out for the Pacers water boy job, and the winner gets hired.
That would be cool.
That'd be pretty
Equipment
cool.
manager, mascot,
Oh, mascot
one guy who shoots the
rotation would be
t-shirt gun.
so cool.
sign me up, dude.
Sometimes
We'll
the
try it out.
mascot.
Sometimes the mascot. You get 2 in 1.
Other times it's like the male cheerleaders or drum squad, whatever they have.
I want to do the mascot, but only during the days
The
that
what?
they're doing the mascot.
You said mascot.
Did I?
but,
Honestly, I heard mascot.
Dude,
I think
I
you're
heard a
tripping. I
hard A.
definitely said mascot. But on the days that they do the mascots versus kids, because I was watching those videos again.
oh, for football,
Yes.
where the mascots are just trucking children.
Yes, dude. The Colts mascot gets into
That
it.
has to be the most relieving. Like, you pin up anger for a year.
Like your wife just left you. You're probably making pretty good money as a mascot. I would
You're just
think.
Probably.
trucking kids.
You come in, it's hot. It's 11:30 a.m. You're hungover from the night before.
But you're still going to rush for 250 yards.
Oh, in the first quarter, dude.
Yeah.
We're breaking records over here.
It's got to be the most relieving thing. Talk about therapy, dude.
There can't be a better
Dude,
prescription out there.
Dude, those kids really try, but they can't.
There's nothing you can do against a grown man.
They get
Or
That makes
thrown.
me think of my favorite video of all time, which was scripted, of course. But it's like the Make-A-Wish kid who breaks away for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then, like, the safety from the goal line comes in and just wallops him. And, like, taunts him afterwards.
Yeah.
It never gets old. I could be like your grandpa watching Home Alone. I watch that 10 times on repeat and just start giggling. And then be like, there it is.
You got him. Oh,
Should have juked it, kid. Come on. And now with that, let's go to the next edition of our end of the year lists. Starting off with albums or artists or anything music related. The best of 2023. Let's start with Captain Shane.
So we're going from 5 up to 1.
Well, this can just be
However you want to do it,
many.
honestly.
Okay. So
I didn't even do a top 5. I just got 4 I wanted to mention with one clear winner.
So I did
Now,
5.
did you do things released this year? Or,
Yeah,
okay.
released in
I did
2023.
too. I did Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler. Just amazing album. By far, probably my favorite that he's come out with. Not really a huge Tyler, the Creator guy, but this was a huge hit. I listened to this probably the first quarter of the year.
Front to back, all killer,
Oh,
no
yeah.
filler.
No filler. Next, I did the Foo Fighters' newest album.
Quality. I was
It
impressed
is.
with that, yeah.
I don't like the newer stuff, but this was actually very solid.
I feel like their past 5, they've had like 4 or 5 songs I really like,
But the rest
and
of the
5 that
album's
are
kinda
like, that's that's a song.
yeah. 3, I did Post Malone in general because his newest album, amazing, but like every feature he's been on has been almost better.
All the live appearances too.
Yeah. Well, the live appearance that he did at the CMAs, they actually recorded it and like you can listen to it like edited
Oh,
and
the
stuff.
Joe
Uh,
Pickup Man?
yeah,
That was good.
it was good. Number 2, I did Zach Bryan's album.
Just missed mine, but I do love me some Zach Bryan.
Amazing, dude.
Dude, and he blew up this year.
He did. He did. Number 1, dude. I don't know if you ever gave him a listen, but Noah Khan.
Still not familiar.
His album that he released, every single song on that album is amazing, like individually. But you put the whole thing together, and then the huge tear he's been on, because he's like actually one of the biggest artists
Same thing,
right
yeah,
now.
blown up this year.
Yeah. And it's been sick getting to watch him grow, because like I was listening to him like
Isn't that a
a
great
while
feeling?
ago. It is, dude.
Like I knew Zach Bryan like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this guy's like a cool little under the radar, like indie country kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then something caught, and I mean, he's top of the charts right now.
Well, dude, it was the TikTok thing. He blew up on TikTok.
It always is TikTok, right? I should have
Yeah.
known that.
It is.
It is. But I cannot sing this guy's praises enough. Noah Khan is so good.
Yeah, I'll definitely check him out. I'll put him on the list. I guess I'll go ahead and go next here,
I've only got one.
which I know what it is. We'll save you for last then. Shout out to the Blink 182 record, which was way better
Really?
than it had any reason to be. After so long being off, not being with the 3 original guys together, and now being like an older pop punk, like kind of a joke band, right? They were always just funny, messing around back in the day. It's tough
Yeah.
to do that when you're 45 and 50. But it was sentimental. Still some really good fun hits on it. Not, top-notch stuff overall, but one of their better records. I enjoyed it a lot, and just because it exceeded expectations so much, got to throw it in there. In the same vein, I love Paramore. Their new record was a pretty big turn in a different direction, which I
thought
enjoyed a
about putting
lot.
him on there.
First listen, I didn't really love it as much because I'm so used to that like original pop punk sound. But the more you play it, the more it kind of latches onto you. Definitely in my rotation. Number 2, I cannot stop playing the new SZA record, which I think technically was 2022. But if you guys like R&B in any capacity, great record. A lot of different influences there. Great songwriting, different styles throughout. But my clear favorite for me, kind of like your top 2 guys, Jason Isbell and the 400 unit with Weather Vanes this year. My favorite songwriter of probably the past 30, 40 years. Great voice, great band. And again, like you said, each song's great. But when you listen to them in sequence all together, the story it tells, just phenomenal.
I remember me and you were the last 2 awake, absolutely hammered. And I'm like, what do you feel like listening to? And you're like, Jason Isbell.
Cam's bachelor party,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
What a legendary weekend that was.
We'll recap more of that next week, which I cannot wait for.
My only one. Technically, the album was released in 2022, but Kid Cudi's Intergalactic was actually the album he released with an animated movie he was a voice in. I haven't watched the movie, but it definitely looks pretty good. And then he released a single this year called After the Party, which was phenomenal. The guy doesn't miss, but also honorable mention Post Malone because I love everything he does too.
And just think, you can go to, I think, Salt Lake City and see Kid Cudi,
For like 15 minutes.
give or take, till the peppers come out. Now, how about our top 5 fights and fighters of the year? Let's do fights first, I think.
Okay.
And again, let's start with Shane, number 5.
Number 5, I went Derek Lewis and Marcos Rogerio.
That was a flying knee.
The flying knee fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tough to go against that. So iconic.
Number 4.
Definitely honorable mention for me. We do 5. Everybody will do their 5.
Oh, okay.
5 for me was probably Gaethje Poirier.
Also phenomenal.
I mean, it was quick, but it was a banger.
War while it lasted. 5 for me, I'm going to go Jeff Neal, as you say, Geoff Neal, and Shavkat.
That was a great fight.
Went to the 3rd. Absolute great technique throughout, both on the feet and the ground. And then the wrap up that rear naked there in the 3rd round for Shavkat. Definitely cracks my top 5 list. Shane, you're 4.
Sean Aljo. Super fast, but I mean,
Aljo hater.
not Aljo hater, just like I guess the second that Sean knew that he won, it was sweet. It was really cool. And then I was also watching it like at a party, so part of that's like the experience that went with it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody standing up, screaming, just absolutely hammered. It was a good time. So Sean Aljo's got to be on there for me.
I've got Brandon Moreno and Pantoja 2. Banger. Masterclass. All the way through.
That definitely makes an appearance on mine here in a minute. My 4th spot is Gaethje and Fiziev. In a
Very
fight that
great fight.
Gaethje was a big dog for. I don't really know why. But, again, nothing but hands thrown for 15 minutes straight. Split decision for Gaethje. Absolute war put him back into maybe not quite title contention, but in talks of one more fight, and he's right back there.
For
Your
3,
3 spot.
I went Islam Volk as a whole. Like
There's
as a-
2 fights.
Yeah, like
You can
both
just
of
pick
them.
one,
He's comboing up.
Yeah, I'm comboing.
I respect that. We'll allow it.
I guess.
I mean, both amazing fighters, and then for the second one, for Volk to take that fight on such short notice, that was insane.
Dude's a baller.
And I mean, it sucks that he lost, but if he won, Volk would be double champ. Like that would be sick.
That could have been arguably the single biggest win in the sport of all time.
It could have been. It could have been. I remember being so hopeful that it would happen too.
And then boom.
But it's not like I'm an Islam hater. Like I love the guy. He's hilarious.
And so goddamn good.
He is.
Cam's 3 spot.
I got Glover Jamal Hill.
Love it. Love
Just
it.
an absolute banger.
Honorable mention for me.
Great fight. Glover stayed tough throughout. Honestly, not even a bad loss to retire on.
No, not at all.
Just a unit, man.
And my 3 is Pantoja Moreno 2. God, go back and I just watched it again last week. Maybe the best division in terms of entertainment in the whole sport. 25 straight minutes, nothing but war. Pantoja looked KO'd 15 times, doesn't matter. He's like Michael Myers, keeps coming at you. And the same thing like you mentioned with Sean, when he gets the win and realizes he's the champ now. Like that moment has got to be, you can't peek past that, you know? Winning your first belt in that fashion especially.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why I put my number 2 where I did. I went Strickland Izzy. Like,
I thought that'd make an appearance.
yeah.
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 Especially because you are the world's largest Sean Strickland fan.
Just, dude,
fact.
to have a perfect fight like that when you're such a dog, like, absolutely just controlling the entire pace of the fight. Izzy looked like he just completely forgot how to do anything during that fight.
Well,
And
perfect
then-
game plan from Sean.
Yeah. And then the reaction from Sean afterwards
Yeah.
was insane. Press conferences after were hilarious. And then just the now UFC champion posting videos of him on a Ring doorbell, walking up to some guy hiding behind his car. Like, dude, he broke the belt a day after he got it and had to duct tape it together.
That's such
That's a
Sean
Sean,
Strickland
thing to do.
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
My number 2, Emmanuel Nunes retirement fight. No better way to go out than to retire the champ. It's that simple. Dominant throughout her entire career. No better way to go.
Yeah, it makes me kind of kick myself. I should have put Robbie Lawler's retirement fight. Not on this list, but on top 5 sports moments for me.
Yeah.
That was huge. But my number 2 is going to be kind of similar to Shane's 2. We go Izzy and Alex 2.
Oh, man.
After all the build-up.
Did I send you that edit?
Oh, yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah. You know, you think finally, can he finally get past him this time? Probably not. He's got to be scared after 3 losses now. All the build-up, great first round. And then for Izzy to get, not just to win, but to get the KO.
Stone cold killer.
And the celebrations afterwards, pointing to Pereira's son. Finally get that monkey off your back.
Yeah.
And then lose it again to Sean Strickland soon afterwards. But
Well, that's
just
not,
to get by Pereira and
it's not anything.
put a bookend, at least for now, on that saga.
It's
But it was one of the few times this year that the event actually matched the hype and almost, I'd say, exceeded the hype
oh yeah.
overall.
Number 1.
Number 1, just strictly based off of the environment, I had to go Gaethje Poirier. Because the fight just by itself was amazing, but the situation that we were in watching it just put it way over the top.
That event as a whole can't ever be topped.
Every single
It
fight.
can't be.
First of all, every single fight was a banger.
It was.
And you factor that in with the environment. Until your bachelor party, Shane, hopefully coincides with the great card.
I hope
It can
so,
never be
man.
topped.
Well, that's the great thing about planning.
So that we can plan it around a good card.
And then they all
Exactly.
drop out and miss weight.
Yes.
That is a risk.
And then we're watching a 50-year-old Wonder Boy come and
And
If anybody could do it.
and Volk fight 4 times in one night.
the entire card is just Volk versus different 50-year-olds.
5-0.
Or 0-5.
I'm going to guess me and Cam are the same number 1.
Islam Volk won.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, one of the most beautiful fights ever.
Yes.
For both guys to kind of beat each other in their own style.
And the full adjustments that were made round by round
Yeah.
were just insane.
I mean, perfect coaching, perfect execution. Not a single minute of any kind of boredom. And again, to match the hype, because there was so much hype around
If
that.
you're a technical fighting fan, there was no boredom.
Even your casual could appreciate, because it wasn't just like laying and praying.
Correct.
It was transitions and submission attempts and guys rolling over and getting out of stuff and getting back up and throwing 50 more shots. Yeah, clear number 1 for me for 2023. And then again, 2 was a great fight also. I'd love to see Volk with a full camp next time around if they do fight again.
I don't know if they will.
They probably shouldn't,
Just
I think
much as I'd
Volk's
like to
clock
see
is
it.
ticking.
It is.
Vito Perea.
And he's got a lot of talent in his own division
Oh, yeah.
It'll
coming up.
I don't think it'll ever happen again, but I'd love to see him fight Ortega again. That fight was an absolute banger.
Probably ends the same way. But yeah, I mean, absolutely entertaining as can be.
I don't think I've ever been more certain that someone was going to tap and their face is literally purple that they just stand up.
Then 2 times in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Volk is a demon.
And yet Wonder Boy taps that with 4 seconds left.
Oh, that's so crazy.
What a shame.
Now, top 5 fighters.
We know who Shane's number 1 is, but who is your number 5?
Alex Pereira.
Okay.
Also my number 5.
Dude's been on a tear. It's not like he's like entertaining just by himself, but like every fight build-up that he has is always super entertaining. He
The
always
build-up to
delivers.
that fight.
The best matchmaking of anybody's career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The WWE couldn't have matched a better match.
No way.
Unreal.
He is on my list coming up later. My 5, where do you go? Aaron Blanchfield. Starting off the year relatively unknown. Now
Your
she's
girl,
number
dude.
2 ranked
Yeah.
featherweight. Choked out Jessica Andrade, which is no easy task. And then decision over Tyler Santos. Didn't quite get a 3rd fight in this year, but future champ. Bound to happen. Number 4.
Number 4, I went Volk. Because he would be a little bit higher if he won the second
Either of
fight.
them?
He was 0-2 this year.
I thought he fought one more time.
Not in
I don't think so.
2023.
I might be thinking tail end 2022 then.
Actually, no, he beat Josh Emmett. I mean, not Emmett. Yair? Or was that 2022?
I thought that was the end of 2022 before the Islam fights.
I thought the Islam fight was like
Or what? Oh,
No, I think he's right. I think Shane's right. I think he fought over the summer and beat Yair to defend his belt. Yeah, July 2023.
Okay. 1 and 2.
right, but the first fight was a banger, like absolute 5-star fight. Second fight, he takes on 10-day notice, so you can't
mean-
really hold that loss super high above his head.
I mean, you can.
Against the number 1/number 2 pound for pound fighter in the sport.
He chose
Yeah.
to take the fight. He knew what was going to happen
But
if he
still,
lost.
he's a stud for doing that.
He wouldn't make my list, but I do respect the pick. And respect Volk more than anybody.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, again, not my top 5, but definitely respectable fighter. That was your 4? My number 4, the aforementioned Amanda Nunes. Just to
Goat.
go out completely dominant. You destroyed your division for so long. Retired with the belt. Just a beast.
4, I was going to go Ian Gary. Then he dropped out of this last event.
Why do you think he dropped out?
We can touch on that later. Could have been thanks to you to a degree.
Could be.
But his loss, I plug in Shavkat.
Yeah.
2 finishes this year against 2 great opponents, keeping that
And
18 fight, 18
Wonder
finish.
Boy, who's never been subbed before.
Yeah, to break that streak.
After pretty solid takedown defense across the board.
He's always been good at. Yeah. But Shavkat's relentless. Again, for me, a future
Unreal.
champ, only a matter of time. Probably, hopefully in 2024.
I also had Shavkat.
Number 3.
Yes.
Shavkat's my number 3.
Perfectly in sync right there.
Go ahead, Shane.
Absolute monster, man. I can't. I
He
don't.
is a monster man.
I don't see
Agreed.
anybody beating him. Like
It
actually,
seems impossible
he is
No
a-
flaw in his game.
No.
because you want to say Leon will beat him, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, look how bad his takedowns was." Wonder Boy's always been an excellent takedown defender.
Incredible. Yeah.
Always.
And they're acting like he fought a slouch.
And
didn't.
Shavkat can fight on his feet.
Watch the Jeff Neal fight again.
Like, and that's another thing. People, well, look how banged up he got in the. Okay,
Guess
but
what?
he never
took-
wavered.
He took everyone, too.
He never wavered. He
Granite
never
chin.
stumbled.
Yeah.
And if you look at what Leon Edwards did against Colby Covington, I wasn't impressed. It wasn't the technical striking with power that we expected. It was very lackluster. There was like 50 significant strikes thrown from each or landed.
It's cliche to say that, a Leon head kick is the only option, but I don't see a game plan to beat Shavkat other than landing a crazy strike like that.
And I don't know, dude. With Shavkat's frame, it's tough to get a head kick in.
Yeah. He's so quick, great cardio. Beat you on the feet for 25 minutes, can beat you on the ground for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the end of this calendar year, Shavkat Rakhmonov, UFC champ.
I hope so. We'll see if his trajectory continues to trend upward.
Should be a shot right away. Maybe to go Bilal first. I don't think Leon
Bilal
wants to
deserves
fight.
it,
He does more than anybody.
but honestly, I don't know if Dana will ever give Bilal a shot.
He hates Bilal so much.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, he'll be the backup to Shavkat versus Leon, and then if they win, he'll have to fight 5 more contenders.
I feel like Dana would give Colby another shot before he gives Bilal his first. That's only like half a joke.
You're probably
Shane,
not wrong.
You're 2 spot.
Israel Adesanya. He lost the Strickland fight, but the win against Pereira was just so huge.
Active
And
champ.
He is. He is.
He
or
fought
He was.
Pereira twice this year.
We're gonna miss him and Usman so much in terms of champs that would fight every 3-4
Inactive.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think anybody but Sean Strickland was winning that fight because he just perfectly countered everything Izzy did. But Izzy is probably one of the best fighters I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, without a doubt, technically.
Yeah, he is insane. And then his social media presence is awesome too. Style bender, being as active he is on everything.
Does that factor into your fighter of the year ranking? People's social media presence.
It might. It might.
I hear you. Cam, you're 2.
Oh man, this one's tough. It really is.
The
I
one.
almost just want to say my number 1 guy twice.
The only.
Oh man, it is Sean O'Malley.
Sugar Sean.
After a somewhat very decisive win over Piotr Jan last year, to come in and knock out the champ, hush all of the haters. You just got to give the man his respect.
He would have made mine, but he only fought once this year, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm taking into consider
Everything with that.
to end last year on, Jan got robbed. It should be Jan fighting Aljo again, whatever. And then just to come in and just completely stuff the champ.
Take care of business.
You don't see that.
Just in Hollywood. And sometimes, most times at least, this year, the past couple years.
So yeah, maybe around this time next year, we'll be talking about Patty the Batty being in the same situation.
Let's not get carried away here. Maybe the return of Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
My 2 is also Sean Strickland. after really rewind this time in 2022.
Honestly, I don't even remember. I remember Sean getting knocked out by Pereira. I don't remember anything else that Sean did after that.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was really not on anybody's radar for a title contention.
Who else did he fight?
So he got a decision over Imarov, TKO'd Magomedov, and of course went over Izzy. To go 3-0 on the year, take the belt, and going into 2024 with a slightly broken belt on his waist.
He
and
fixed it.
to defend right away against Dricus Duplessis.
Yeah, like January, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he already
Huge
fought.
rise. Huge rise.
He already fought.
Huh?
Sean and Dricus already fought.
Not for the title.
They had a crowd scuffle.
They did.
I mean, if you want to
I
call
mean, it was
that.
like 2 punches. I mean, I know
a
you're.
little sneak peek.
I know how you are, Shane. So you probably think, "Oh, Sean won, easy dub."
I just thought it was really funny that Sean asked the people to get out of the way before he did it.
The people, like that's not Gilbert Burns'
I was going
wife
to say,
and kids.
come on, man.
Yeah, because if Sean went over them, Gilbert
Here
Burns
comes
would
Gilly.
have broke his neck.
Easily.
He said, "Please move. Hey, just go over there real quick," and then hops over the chairs. What is? What
You
a
know what's
class
funny
act.
about that too? Dana was saying in an interview that he handles all the celebrity seating,
I believe that
and
entirely.
he said he said, "quote I can't believe I completely overlooked that."
And also, good move on their part because they're the only fight on that card.
Oh my god!
So they need all the build-up possible to try to sell as many tickets as possible.
They've got it. I mean,
People, I think Sean Strickland's gonna very quickly turn into the guy that everybody either hates or loves.
I think he already is.
I think right now everybody still loves him, but I think after one more title defense, he'll get into that realm of like Colby Covington.
My thing is, Sean's actually funny. He's usually right. And he backs his talk up.
I will say he stays away from like super personal matters.
Yeah.
Like he only talks about things that the fighters actually do. He doesn't go into family or anything like
He knows
that,
where to draw the line.
which is respectable. It
Without a
really
doubt.
is, and it is hilarious. But it's just how it goes. Especially if he wins in dominant fashion, then it's definitely right into, oh, here we go. Here we go. Get rid of the microphones. It'll be a whole thing. And it'll be the same. Half the crowd will be booing, half the crowd will be cheering.
Which is what the sport wants.
He'll sell because people want to see him either lose. People want to see him lose. People want to see him win. It doesn't even matter who the other guy is at some point.
Could be Shane.
Nobody's even going to bat an eye. They won't even know who he's fighting.
Until Shane lands a wild spinning head kick.
I don't even want to fight the guy, dude.
You love him too much.
I do.
Would you take a punch from Sean just to say you had one?
No.
Come on now, really?
What about just a jab?
Where at?
Right in the face,
Face.
dude. Right in the schnoz.
No.
Does Sean Strickland throw body punches?
No.
Not to some schmuck off the street. He's coming in hot, dude.
It's not a haymaker. It's just a nice jab.
No.
Just one.
I don't
one
wanna-
jab.
Why
He's
would
going
I
to go with
wanna
a
get jabbed?
hot liver kick, dude.
I'll take a jab to the face.
Will you?
By Sean Strickland, just to say I got punched in the face by Sean Strickland?
Long as it's on film,
100%.
absolutely.
There's no way. Dude.
That'd be a claim to fame if I've ever had one.
Imagine the social media PR you get after Sean Strickland punches known podcaster, host of SNS, Cameron the Winkowitz.
Okay, but the guys that
Then we're in a celebrity boxing match.
Boom.
you're not winning.
I'm not trying.
Me and Joe Anik in the booth calling the fight.
I'm taking a dive, dude, for sure.
Third round, you go down, Cam.
You're getting him 3?
No chance. First round.
First round.
Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, you're taking a dive quick.
Yeah.
Not like a setup gambling dive.
No
Like,
chance.
You're just self-preservation.
Nope. Take the under.
Okay. Get your bets in now, boys. Number one spot of the year for you, Shane.
I don't think we really need to talk anymore about it. Sean Strickland,
Naturally, as expected.
the man himself.
Biggest Sean Strickland fan known to the history of humankind.
I'm up
Mine's
there.
Islam.
Might as well, of course. Yeah.
1 win over Volk, then a dominant win over Volk. Just got to give the man his props.
Yeah, nothing else needs to be said there. We've
A
all
head
said it
kick,
before.
too.
And improved through both fights.
Yeah, much improved striking.
Because before the first fight, we were wondering how good is his striking really? We haven't really had to see it yet. And then to pretty much outstrike Volk in the first fight and then finish him off with strikes in the second fight.
Yeah, the only thing I hope is he's just a little more active next year.
Yeah.
2 fights isn't bad for a champ, but I'd love to see that 3 mark.
Hopefully Oliveira up next.
Give
March,
me an Islam fight
somewhere in there.
quarterly,
I'm here for it. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage.
or even just every 4 months.
But I mean, he's following Khabib's footsteps, you know. Be choosy with who you get. Take your time, recover. So I can't hate either way, but there's only so many Izzy's and Usmans out there.
And I mean, who's like the up and comers in that division? Like, there's nobody that he hasn't already beat.
Yeah, 155 is kind of, you've got your 5-6 established vets that have all kind of fought each other.
Yeah, like what do you do?
I think it's still going to be Oliveira next.
Yes,
And then after that, though, I mean, yeah, who knows? You open on, Patty getting really good really quick.
who knows?
We'll see come the end of this year, I guess. With that, let's go to NFL news and stats. Shane, what are we looking like over there time-wise?
Right now we are at 50 minutes.
Buzz through NFL, take our only break, kill the show.
Yeah,
All right, news and stats. Cam, start us off with what felt like happened 3 months ago.
Chargers cleaned house finally.
Long overdue.
Yeah, about time.
After a 63-21 blowout
Something like
I
that.
think
Garbage
it was-
time touchdowns.
yeah.
It was like 63-0
to a team that got shut out by Minnesota the week before.
by Minnesota.
Yeah. Powerhouse defense. Now, talks I'm hearing there is early favorite to be the next head coach. One Bill Belichick.
I've heard that, and that they might pursue old Jim.
We're not sure of Jimmy's interest level. I've
Uh,
heard his
well-
name thrown out there.
Judging by how Jim just had another scandal come about, apparently recruiting violations,
Oh, of course.
he might be making his move.
I mean, what better place to go to,
L.A.
especially as a defensive-minded coach? You leave your offense to itself. It'll be fine there, barring you get a decent... Maybe they rework their medical staff. They should have overhauled that, too, because I swear to God, they have more injuries, more significant injuries than any other team in the league the past, 5 years. Overall. Not just this year.
Let me tell you,
That's the Brownies.
it's definitely over the last 5 years, it's the Browns, dude.
Still.
100%. Our medical staff is so bad.
You almost wonder how much that actually factors in.
They have to be paying our guys like $2 an hour. Like, it's illegal.
No background check. These guys aren't
No
even
chance.
professionals.
We could go get a job on the Browns medical staff.
We already have a lot of jobs lined up here.
I know.
I actually could go get a job on the Browns medical
you
staff.
could.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
I just learned that. Like, I can go and
EMT
do
means you can do physical therapy.
athletic trainer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe you pursue that road a little bit.
maybe.
You should. Personal.
My buddy
You're in a
got-
dog pound.
My buddy just got like $300 to go and be a medical trainer during some basketball game.
What does that even mean?
Like,
Like on site,
yeah, like they didn't.
Just like you're like
stretching guys out.
what kind of basketball game? Like,
I think it was just like high school.
what a side gig, dude. That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
know.
for a one game, 300 to go wrap some ankles up?
Yeah,
And a pretty cool, like, high school basketball is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He told me that, and I'm like, "Did you like go back and get your medical trainer stuff?" He's like, "No, dude. They said they needed an EMT or a medical trainer." I'm like, "Dude,
Well, yeah, you guys know how to wrap ankles and stuff, right?
we do.
Get some water, hydrate, a couple shots here and there.
Might be the way to do it, dude.
Get some shots up. You look young enough.
You're good to go.
Shave the stash, get out there.
They'd never know."
Put on a tracksuit, dude. You could probably get some court time.
And you're getting paid? Shoot, dude. I'd be
Dude.
throwing up threes left and right.
Call that an NIL deal.
Dude, Shane's a gunner for sure. You're a catch and shoot, pace and space kind of
I
guy.
don't think Shane's very good at basketball.
No, of course
I
not.
can play
But if
defense.
you were to get out there.
Oh, that's how you know he's not good.
That's it.
That's your go-to? Oh, I mean, I'm a pretty good defender.
I can box out pretty well. I can rebound. Trash.
I have a decent midi.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Tobias Harris-esque.
Don't ever compare me to
2 for 33? Yeah, that checks out.
It's pretty identical.
Do not compare me to that guy ever, please.
Much better. He's much better.
No.
Tobias.
One thing that flew completely under the radar and still really hasn't been announced. Matt Patricia taking over play calling Phillies defense.
I don't even understand what's happening.
I didn't see it happen. I saw you text me and said that. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's got to be a typo, right?
Yeah, and it's still like under the radar. I saw it on a couple like niche. Like I think I saw Shefty posted it, but it was never like a Bleacher Report headline or ESPN headline or CBS headline.
Nothing.
Like maybe Shefty lied,
Nope. I'm pretty sure I saw Patricia on camera
But-
on Monday night.
yeah, that was completely out of the blue.
And he got torched by Drew Lock. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, maybe we give it back.
Let's see. Next up, Desmond Ritter benched yet again. I don't even know what to say anymore about Atlanta as a whole and Arthur Smith as a whole.
What a terrible experiment this has been.
Yet they're still in division contention somehow.
Just because the division's so
Even with
bad.
not using Bijan, having two below average quarterbacks, defense playing good enough, apparently. Very odd season overall. And then losing to Carolina in a 9-7 ball game. Come on, dude.
I don't even know what's happening, dude. I'm glad I'm not an Atlanta Falcons fan.
With Staley fired, I think it's officially time to call Arthur Smith the worst coach in the NFL.
Currently, yes.
Got to be.
Now we go to Pittsburgh to a hit we all saw.
All felt.
Some would say a shot heard around the world.
But not malicious in my eyes.
Come on.
I don't think it was malicious. I think there's more blame on Gardner Minshew.
I don't disagree. That was a terrible thrown pass.
But that was a malicious hit. Come on now.
Maybe
Why
not
are you hitting the
intentional.
guy like that when he's going to the ground?
NFL, dude. It's old school football. Now, maybe you say you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it was his fifth unsportsmanlike conduct penalty or unnecessary roughness, whichever one they
Probably
lock it
roughness.
down as. Fifth one of the year.
I mean, he dove at his head. If he
No.
would have hit him in the back,
He
Maybe
couldn't have.
you-
How,
maybe-
could, how could he have hit him in the back? They dove headfirst into each other like two rams on a charge.
Except one of the Rams was already going to the ground, and the other Ram was like,
Dude,
I'm getting this
you
guy.
gotta finish the job, dude.
oh man,
No, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate there.
yeah,
that
that was
was,
terrible.
That was not a good look.
Classic Steelers, honestly.
Same thing. Yeah, we've seen it before.
That kind of brings the talk, like everybody's saying, Steelers culture is getting questionable. Definitely offensively. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen the George Pickens blocking fiasco.
He'll be talked about in Bum of the Week, for sure.
And his response to that was, I ain't trying to get hurt.
Even the bummiest part.
So now there's going to be effort questions. You got two divas as wide receivers. I don't know.
And the thing is, back when
mean-
they were the guys that are being dirty now, like
the steel curtain's going to be the steel curtain
they
forever.
aren't good.
Yeah, the steel curtain's always going to be the steel curtain. They're always going to have dirty hits on defense. That's the Steelers. They've always been that way. They always will be that way. I mean, unless they get a new coach who's like, no, dude, we play by the rules, and then he'll just get fired immediately. So you expect it, right? Am I shocked that that hit was made by their safety? No, I'm not.
For the fifth time this year.
There's just some things that you expect to see. Am I shocked every time TJ Watt takes down a quarterback and then punches him in the face for no reason? No, that just happens. Like that's not something that you blow out of proportion. But that's the Steelers defense. And being a Browns fan, you will realize the Steelers are fun to watch for the same reasons we hate them. Because they're dirty. They're fun to watch because they're dirty and they make big illegal hits. But we hate them because they make big illegal hits. It's a double-edged sword. It's as entertaining as it can be. And then after the hit, you're like, ugh, what a bunch of douchebags. And then you're just ready for the next one.
And then again, for me, the most interesting part of that thing was Brady's comments, after the fact about quarterbacks not taking care of their wideouts. In
Also,
general.
dude, it is unreal the amount of people who comment on Tom Brady talking about big hits who just decided they weren't going to watch football before 2016.
Correct.
Like, the dude played for 20 years. The rules evolved. So, yes, your most recent memories are roughing the passers. But did you see the first 15 years of his career where he was getting creamed by Ray Lewis?
And always took it like a man.
Yeah.
for the most part. Take his
He
hit. And get
literally
up.
said it. I got up.
Yeah.
They would never see me stay on the ground. I got up no matter what.
And they want to blame Brady and Peyton to a degree and Rodgers for making those rule changes happen,
They don't make the rules.
but it's not them. NFL wanted to defend their best players and their best product.
And how many receivers did Brady have that got knocked out of games?
Outside of the one hit on, I forget if it was Welker or Edelman, Cam Chancellor, which really wasn't even that terrible of a lead throw. Brady was beloved for always putting the ball in safe spots.
That's why they were so good.
Correct.
Safe balls means yak.
And guys staying on the field.
Yeah. And guys wanting to put effort in because they know that they're being safe when they're being targeted.
You're not being led across the middle into a heavy hitting safety.
Yeah.
You're not running into Ray Lewis on a slant.
Game planned to avoid guys over the middle who were big hitters, even when the hits were legal.
There were times when the throw was open, but you knew as soon as you get that ball, it's going to be bad. And Brady wouldn't make the throw. Check down to the next guy. And also, I've seen so many people who were like, "Oh, Brady doesn't know what he's talking about. He's out of touch with the league." Are you going to argue with the best quarterback and most
Out of touch with the
intelligent
league
quarterback of all time?
when he's been out of the league for what?
One
year? Half a season?
Come on, dude. I know Twitter arguments are the lowest of the low, but come on. You guys got to have some kind of standard out there.
Just have a brain, like even just a little bit. If you have like 6 brain cells, saying he's out of touch with the league makes no sense.
He played last year.
What was that?
Exactly.
1 year gone.
Look, Shane, even Shane knows.
If you Twitter guys can't get Shane on your side, there's a serious problem.
Shane is very, very gullible, and he's very easy to get on your team.
And Shane also didn't watch the first 15 years of Tom Brady's career.
Exactly.
And he still sides with the logical.
Because he
respectable
has
viewpoint.
YouTube, and he can go watch Tom Brady's first 15 years of his career where he's getting just creamed.
He also has us as good
That is
resources.
true.
which,
He does. We
you
are
know,
very good. You're like a sports encyclopedia,
I wouldn't go that far. I don't
and
think.
I'm like a sports highlight reel.
Correct.
But you definitely have all the history down pat. I'm just like, you remember that time that Barkevius Mingo got a pick 6?
God. Do I ever?
Yeah, highlight machine over here. Remember that one time Peyton Hillis ran for 900 yards and somehow got a Madden cover?
Never to be seen again.
Like, that was his best career year was like 872 yards.
And like what, 8 touchdowns?
How does that get you a Madden cover?
A white running back before CMC? Had to plug him in there.
But like, I guarantee you AP and LaDainian Tomlinson had better years, unless they were both
It's also
hurt.
not like the Browns were even good that year.
No, they were terrible.
If they were like
It's
the
like-
1 seed, okay, you can make a case. I
I mean,
guess.
was that Jamal Charles' time or a little bit before? We're talking
For
Arian
sure.
Foster.
You're talking what, 9, 10?
Around that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got the cover in 2012. So it'd be the season 2010, 2011.
He wasn't even like probably top 15 running back.
Probably not.
But hey, you know what? A cover's a cover, dude.
And we're talking like Megatron, right? Like
Not
not to mention like,
Breeze, Brady, Roethlisberger, Peyton,
yeah.
Rodgers. Come on, dude. And Peyton Hillis was it a fan vote? It had to have been, dude.
How is Peyton Hillis the fan favorite?
Did all the white guys on Twitter just band together and vote for Peyton Hillis?
I have no idea.
Did Peyton Hillis have some blackmail on EA or what?
I don't know.
Either way, it's weird to see hits like that still. Quarterback's got to be better.
We got 12 per side in the Pro Bowl now.
It was a vote.
Fan vote.
Yeah.
Do you have the numbers on that?
I don't have the numbers, but
88%.
it was a vote.
Landslide.
Never do a fan vote. It always goes with the funniest option.
Oh, yeah.
Which
like
I
when
guess-
Taco Fall was going to be an all-star after playing 3 minutes of basketball.
Hey, well deserved. Those were a hard 3 minutes, man. Yeah, that makes sense at least. Yeah, adding a fullback spot and a slot corner spot to the Pro Bowl.
He had under 400 yards the year that he got the
So
cover.
it wasn't even his year.
It wasn't even peak albino rhino.
That's crazy.
What a time to be alive.
It works out now because he's got a 94 overall Madden cover card in Madden this year.
Well, of course. I mean, him and Joe Flacco, 95 plus overall team up, dude.
Yeah, they went Gronk, Richard Sherman, and I think the next release. What was the next release for covers?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, and Peyton Hillis.
Unreal.
And my buddy was asking me, he's like, who do you think they'll put in this? And I said, I don't think they will, but I hope they do Peyton Hillis because that'd be hilarious.
And sure enough.
He's got like 95 speed. The guy was slow.
No, he didn't.
Like,
no, he doesn't.
It's unreal.
I wonder what peak Peyton Hillis in actual Madden that year. 86 speed, if that.
80 tops. He's just basically Mike
man.
Allstott, but worse.
I'd love to see it.
Like, watch Peyton Hillis highlight reels. It's just him running over guys and then getting 1 yard rushing touchdowns.
Absolute all-time legend. Give him a statue outside Cleveland. Is that it for news here?
One more. Shocking news that we got right before.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy DeVito has a new off-field agent. And Sean Stiletto
Sean Stellato.
will be his on-field agent, whatever that means. I'm assuming basically just his mascot.
It's good for business.
But yeah, all of his off-field things will be handled by someone else. I didn't get the name, but he's representing a lot of guys off-field. Very big NFL agent, very successful.
I think it was the ESPN draft dude, Todd McShay, told a story about his high school championship was against Sean Stellato, who was the quarterback. And he beat him, and then like 10 years later, he wanted to write a book about it. And he got in contact with Todd McShay. And McShay's like, no, F off, dude. So now McShay's like, 10 years later, here we are. I'm still hearing about this guy. He's like my boogeyman. He's like his Pereira to his Izzy. What a weird connection to have.
That is very
He
weird.
just pops up
Why does he
because
want
of
to
a
write
third
a
string.
book about his high school quarterbacking days?
Uncle Rico, man, you peak.
That's true.
He didn't know he's going to have the coattails of Tommy DeVito to ride on in
Also
2023.
true.
And a few quick stats here. Trevor Lawrence now has as many turnovers in his career as passing touchdowns.
You're welcome.
He said 2 fumbles last game.
Well, 3 of those picks the game before.
And that added up quickly.
Yeah. 5 turnovers in the last 2 games. It's ugly.
And then what seems to me an unbelievable stat, for the first time in Matt Stafford's 16-year career,
In year 16,
he's had back-to-back 100-plus yard rushers.
We're in year
consecutive
16.
games. That's insane.
Matt Stafford.
Now, I get the Lions didn't exactly have a great running game back in the day, but even the Rams with Stafford,
God,
Decent running
I don't
backs.
even think I can name a Lions running back from that
Javid
time.
Best is the only guy I remember. They have
God.
no Sean Moreno. Is he a Lion?
At some point, probably. He kind of had a couple good years and then just went journeyman.
Yeah.
I don't think he might have had 1 year with Reggie.
That was like late career Reggie.
Yeah.
Either way, to go 16 years without having back-to-back games.
He
at
had
Hyundai,
Adrian Peterson at like
that doesn't
40
count.
years old.
That does not count. In fact, I forgot that even happened.
Actually, I don't because he had one big giant
He did.
highlight machine, dude. I'm telling you, he had one like 150-yard 3-score game for no reason.
But just one, not back-to-back.
No, it was just one. Yeah, that was Adrian Peterson who had that, not Matt Stafford.
Out of the IR, starting off with another pair of your brownies, unfortunately.
Yeah, Grant Delpit and Okoronkwo. I don't know what at this point. Defense is just running on morale in the dog pound.
And it still works.
That's it. It's literally just morale in the dog pound. I don't know what else could be holding them together. Maybe Jim Schwartz too. Maybe he's just like Dan Campbell in the locker room.
Next man up.
But God, it's so ugly.
Besides Garrett, because he didn't miss a start, right?
Correct.
Every other starter's missed at least one game.
I think.
At least one.
Yeah.
And yet again, still playing top-notch defense
At home. We're terrible on the road. But it's because the dog pound's not there.
It can't just be because of the dog pound, right? To be that, like, they're legit the worst defense on the road.
Yeah.
And by far the best at home.
Yeah.
That's a significant
It's the
margin.
dog pound, dude.
Remember the Warriors like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like 40-2 at home and like 9-30 on the road?
Yeah.
How is there that much difference?
They don't have a dog pound. I'm telling you right now, like the dog pound is game changing.
Can we get footage live from the dog pound, Shane?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Is it too dangerous to pull your phone out there and get it bumped or lose it or something?
You might, but you'll be fine.
Tape it to your hand. Get some footy.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. Kickers will tell you that's the worst stadium to kick into the dog pound. They're fine kicking into the other side, but the dog pound, dude, you just can't.
Kicking straight into the mouth of hell.
The energy just coming out of, pulsating out of that's where it all starts. The dog pound ain't hyped. The stadium ain't hyped.
It's like a student section in college.
Yeah,
but
pretty much
drunker
identical.
and more rambunctious.
Exactly, and sometimes 75 years old in there. Like it's crazy.
At any point during that Thursday night game, will Shane have the Bulldog mask on?
I might.
It might pass around.
Keep you warm at least.
It will. It will.
Till it freezes to your face, and now you're just permanently
A bulldog.
dog pound face. Imagine how bad his mic quality would be then.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
Oh, you know,
Be
guys, I
pretty
really
rough.
hate football first.
What else we got here? Jamar Chase out
Officially.
and I thought I saw C.J. Stroud was ruled out, but maybe it was just trending to being out
If not, he will be.
because I'm pretty sure he's still in concussion, like he still hasn't cleared.
Still sensitive to light.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he's definitely not playing. There's no chance.
he got that was rough.
That was Tua-esque.
Yeah, Tua learning how to take a tackle.
And then Zach Wilson, same thing, concussion, but looking much more positive to play this weekend.
I mean,
Is it going to matter? Probably not.
doesn't play, plays. Start Trevor Siemian, start Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle's gone.
Oh. Well, I know Saleh said Rodgers isn't coming back, and with no playoff hopes, that makes sense.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Even though he's definitely 100% healthy, ready to play.
I don't know. Maybe not 100%.
95%.
He could. If they were in the hunt right now,
He'd come back.
he's playing.
Yeah.
But I did see he said he wants 2 years with the Jets, not counting this year. He said 24 will not be my final year, barring another injury,
Well,
of
that's good.
course. So, but hey, we'll see.
What a guy.
Then
Nice
he goes,
stand-up
let's
guy.
see, Zach Moss, arm out for the year, but JT's scheduled to come back this week. Question mark, we'll
he's
see.
on fantasy. He says he's healthy.
And then Keaton Mitchell, rough knee injury there.
And there's nothing anyone could have done to prevent that.
Now,
He got tripped up, and when he went to gather, just got his footing back awkwardly, and it just folded inside itself.
unfortunately, things like that just happened on the football field.
Yeah. No tackles getting banned for that one.
Speaking of medical rooms and positions specifically, anybody unluckier than Ravens running backs?
No.
I mean, JK's probably done for his career. Keaton should miss significant time going into next year. Again, as a rookie. Explosive rookie at that.
Gus has missed a ton of time just over the years.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you're a Ravens fan, at least. And then last but not least, of course, the Pittman concussion. Thanks to DeMondre Casey.
Yep. Thanks, man.
Well done.
And now to the film room.
Shane, the first thing on your agenda in the film room.
The Raiders 63 bomb.
All right, checks out.
Good job.
Yeah.
I figured it'd say Kadarius Toney sucks or something.
Which it's true. It's
He
true,
does.
but
He
not our
does.
leading story in the film room. Yeah, really bizarre there. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was 21-0 fourth
The
quarter.
Raiders
First quarter
couldn't miss, dude.
got torched by Aiden O'Connell.
Honestly, I'll say that looked better than the Dolphin 70 bomb.
Oh, for sure.
It
This is
was
just the Chargers
beautiful.
totally gave up.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, precision.
Like I actually think I started hearing opera music after like their sixth touchdown.
That gorgeous one-handed pick six.
That might be play of the year.
Read that perfectly, jumped it, made an incredible play.
What a catch.
Big man touchdown in there. You love to see those.
Big man Tutty.
Topped out at like 16 miles an hour
Something like that.
as 6'5", 330. That makes
Faster
no
than
sense.
me.
Oh,
Just kidding.
than all of us combined, probably.
We've all seen me off the jump, dude.
You get a quick burst.
That's all you need.
You'd be a good third down patch rusher.
Exactly.
10 snaps a game, give or take. You're getting by DeJuan Jones. I know that.
Probably.
I mean, DeJuan Jones currently. Not healthy DeJuan Jones.
Healthy, he'll get a false start or something anyways.
The Bengals with 3 fourth-quarter scores from the legend, Jake Browning, who then led a game-winning overtime drive to kick that field goal. Looked terrible all game.
Yep,
and then
until,
fourth quarter comes,
yeah,
and it's game time,
just
boys.
like Joe Flacco.
In that same vein, 2:12 in the fourth for elite Joe Flacco.
3 picks in 3 quarters before.
But you know what? How do you end the game? That's what I want to know.
Squeak by.
Probably should have lost that. Darnell Mooney, Hail Mary
I don't know
in
what
his
you're talking
lap.
about.
In his lap.
Didn't happen.
Had it right there.
Bears lost.
But
Suck.
hey, it's the way the ball bounces.
Bears suck. Bears suck. Bears suck.
Here's my idea for the Bears, actually. I heard it from a good friend of mine. What if they keep Fields? They draft both Drake May and Caleb Williams. And a trade. Obviously, they're going to compete for the job, right? The 2 losers, they trade and get first-round picks for. Thoughts? I'll hang up and listen.
Well, what's the competition like? What are we talking here? Off season?
Oh, for sure. And probably through the first 9 weeks of the season.
So that was an idea actually thrown out by Shane before the pod started.
But again, was that Shane in character or was that serious Shane?
No idea.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Listen. They'd find their quarterback of the future.
Maybe.
They would, dude. What are the odds that all 3 of them suck?
Pretty high. It's the Bears we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's Caleb Williams and Drake May.
Who was the last good Bears quarterback? Jay Cutler?
Smoking Jay,
I was
probably.
going to say Jay Cutler if he cared about football.
He did. Just didn't show it, you know.
He cared for like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I think Fields is your guy moving forward.
And you don't draft either of those guys.
No chance.
Or you draft both.
And you definitely don't draft both.
And you definitely don't try and trade them away with no trade value either, because other teams are going to be like, why are the Bears trying to trade these quarterbacks? Ugh,
They've each started 3 games apiece.
that's
The Bears
not
are
good.
2-7. And they're trying to offload these guys.
And Justin Fields
for
is on a
first-round picks.
2-0 win streak.
Yeah, sure, Bears, we'll help you out. Give me Caleb Williams for 2 first and a 2025 second. Why not? Shane's still learning the
Trade system. He's used to the NBA.
yeah,
Where it's like 30
Mix
draft
value a lot
picks,
differently.
30 draft picks for Donovan Mitchell.
yeah.
And he's like, I mean, Donovan Mitchell wasn't even that good. So
One game we were totally wrong on. The Lions just steamroll the Broncos. Not even close. 5 tutties from Jared Goff, no turnovers.
statement win.
Run
The
game,
Lions.
and the defense showed up finally. I guess a good offense? Yeah, no, not really.
They've
but
been hot.
to finally see them actually get back on the right track after being the worst defense since the bye week for them, step in the right direction.
Then the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons played.
Did they though? Did they?
Moving on to the Browns versus the Bears, which we kind of covered
They
already.
had open seats for 45 cents and nobody took them.
That's crazy. That's impossible, right?
Yes. Yes.
Like somebody saw that and probably thought it was just a scam.
It had to be. That's not real.
They're like, NFL.com. I thought it
45
was.
cents?
I thought it was NFL.org. This
That's
has
gotta
to be a scam.
$45, right? It's got to be a typo.
Even for $45, that's
Steal. Absolute steal, dude.
45 cents. It'd be great if they comboed it with like half price beers or something.
Now, would you actually go see that game for knowing how it ended up?
45
For
cents and
45
half price
cents.
beers,
Oh, if you don't half price beers, then yeah, we're going. I'll watch anybody.
not half price beers.
It was bad weather, right? But no, full price beers, full price food.
How the chicken tenders?
Gotta be pretty good in Carolina, right?
I'd imagine.
Carolina barbecue, at least. You'll have a good time. You don't have to watch the game. You're just in there.
I mean, yeah. I'd probably go for 45 cents.
Plus, there's probably the employee that got fired from AT&T last week.
It's probably working there.
Went to Carolina. He's like, hey, man, you got 50?
50 cents, dude?
I'll let you in, bro. You got 50? Get in here, dude. Come on.
You're like, yeah, that'd be cool, but I'm getting in for 45 cents. Nice
Damn,
try.
I can't undercut that. You got me.
Even this week,
Throw
man,
me a quarter and I'll let you in, bud.
you can tickets for $30 against the Packers.
That's just to watch Jordan Love play.
Exactly.
You probably
Hey,
get
you know what? They got momentum.
you could probably get seats on the bench for $40, dude.
You can get in the game for like $50.
Let's see how much.
You want to be a starting offensive tackle for a week?
So, boys,
I'll do it for a drive.
$75.
if you want to go and see your boy Baker Mayfield at the Carolina Panthers, how much do we think tickets are right now?
See, divisional game.
Probably
I'm gonna go
50.
$37.
7?
50.
Or 37, I said.
Oh, 13.
Dude, let's go. Let's book a flight right now.
Yeah, if flights were $7, that'd be great.
I'll start driving. Let's go, boys. Road trip.
You can get at the 50-yard line as close to the sideline as possible for $100.
That's unreal.
Outrageous.
I would get autographs
Yeah,
just for fun.
Again, you're probably getting
Give
on
me
the field.
Buccaneer side.
I was gonna say.
Honestly, give me Bryce Young's signature.
Could pay off one day.
I like the guy.
You never know.
Or oh man, who's the?
Brian Burns,
Yeah,
Hey, fun fact: the visitor side is actually more expensive.
as it should be.
what's it?
Probably double.
125?
170.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the details from that Brownies game? Besides just that Flacco fourth quarter?
That's it. That's all that's really worth
I mean,
talking
again,
about.
a win's a win, right?
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on keeping on.
You mentioned the scenario of the potential matchup to end the year with you guys and the Bengals.
If we both win out, we have I think the exact same record. No, they're one loss, one win behind. But we would have the exact same record if they beat us in the last game. So they could edge us out that way.
That game could decide a playoff spot.
Could. It's in Cincy.
What'd you say about them edging us?
What?
Okay. Other news: the Dolphins shut out the Jets, as expected.
Yeah, I should have played the Dolphins defense. The Browns defense still played pretty well.
Yeah,
though.
beating another bad team as they have done all year. Big matchup against Dallas in the who can finally beat a good team bowl. Somebody has to win, I think.
Well, the problem is, are either one of you really actually good teams when you haven't beaten any good teams?
I want to say no.
So it's really just
I want to say no.
the I mean, who's going to finally get a first or second over 500 win just to lose to a 500 team next week?
Yeah, it's the most combined wins by two teams with the least combined wins against 500 teams. We have like 20 wins combined, only 2 against teams above 500, at or above 500,
That's crazy.
which seems just impossible to even have your schedules line up that way. But
They did it for the story, man.
Houston legend Case Keenum leading a 13-point comeback. Texans 8-6 in the playoff hunt. Still,
Does Case Keenum get them where they need to be?
nope. But one game at a time. just get by one more week till CJ comes back.
Oh, man.
Niners drop a 45 on Arizona. The Cardinals put up more points than Dallas and Philly did combined against San Fran. Put up 29. Who would have thought that,
How does
right?
that make you feel?
Doesn't change. It's San Fran, dude. Come on. They could have shut us out. It wouldn't have mattered.
I would have.
No, I'm not. No, there's no hope there.
Cardinals are better.
Clearly, they beat us. So
Exactly.
here you go. And then the Bills ran all over Dallas.
I've never seen anything like that before.
15 attempts from Josh Allen. That's it.
Who would have guessed that the Bills don't have to rely on Josh Allen to do absolutely everything on the offensive side of the football,
We've
besides
only
throw himself
been-
the football,
saying that for what, 3 years?
give or take.
2 years at least?
Definitely 2 for us on the show. But
Yeah, like 50 rushing attempts, 300 yards. James Cook blew up at 150, I think 50 through the air. No adjustments from Dan Quinn.
yeah, Josh Allen had 2 running touchdowns.
I mean, come on, boys. I thought it'd be at least competitive, but I should have known better. Can't beat a good team. You can't beat the Red Hot Bills right now.
Exactly. On the plus side, your guys' first round in the playoffs should be against a team under 500.
Thankfully. Thankfully, it's going to check out, barring some magic happens in Atlanta or New Orleans.
You remember that year the Commanders got in with like 4 wins?
I remember I think the Seahawks went in with like 6 wins.
That's crazy.
And then I think won the first round.
Unreal.
Hey, get in. Anything can happen. Then your Sunday night game, Baltimore locked down the Jags as expected. And unexpectedly, not just the Seahawks, but Drew Lock took down the Eagles on a last-minute bomb. Time to worry in Philly?
Drew Lock was very hyped up.
As
Did
he
you
should
see
be.
his?
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's still sick, and then he did the. I don't know what his thing is, or was it something that
Looks cool.
They
Him
do
and
in
Gino
Oklahoma or
got
something?
together. Yeah.
Isn't that the Oklahoma thing? I thought maybe.
Now I don't know. Well, they do horns down for Texas, Oklahoma. But that's not
No,
what
I thought
Drew
it was,
Lock did.
I know what he did. Like it almost looked like he was putting on a jacket.
Or like
But
a
then
like a backpack.
He made like a football with his hand.
Yeah.
I thought that was something they did because Baker did it at Oklahoma, right?
There's got to be a shot at Hurts then. Oklahoma guy as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure.
So it had to be that then.
That's what it was.
I know Hurts was sick. Either way, I'd be a little more concerned if I'm a Philly fan right now. It's 3 straight. Niners and Dallas, I get, but Seattle, you should definitely beat. Even on the road, you should still beat them.
Yeah. Niners Bengals still alive for a Super Bowl matchup though.
What a pull that would be.
Unfortunately, did I say Jamar Chase? Super Bowl MVP?
I said Burrow, you said Chase. That would be the greatest call of all time, given the circumstances.
Second.
Let's go new game of the week here, boys. Show unanimous.
I think, we all just kind of said Niners Ravens on Christmas.
Yeah.
Hype it up.
By 8:15, you guys should have opened all your Christmas gifts. So why not watch the last one?
1 seed versus 1 seed. Best offense against best defense.
And second offense versus second defense, to be honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Spin that however you'd
surprised
like.
By the line at all? Niners minus 5.5.
Seems steep, but Niners at home.
I do think they are that much better than even Baltimore is.
Yeah.
I think there's a clear 1 gap, and then a clear gap between Baltimore and whoever the third team is.
Cleveland.
And then just, who knows?
Probably
Because
Cleveland.
in our power rankings, we have Niners, Ravens, and then just, we don't know.
Yeah, so Niners, Ravens, everyone else, and then probably Cleveland at the 5.
Checks out.
Cool.
I don't know how to rank Dallas, Philly,
How do you rank
Detroit,
anyone else at this point?
Miami, the Bills. I have
They're
no
all
idea.
10
The
and
Chiefs,
4.
I don't know. Nobody's consistent.
Just the Niners and Ravens.
Can we just stop playing right now? And this game could be like the Super Bowl.
That'd be nice.
Just get it over with, boys.
Yeah. But then again, Lamar Jackson's only won one playoff game ever.
That's correct.
So,
And I think the streak will continue. When Lamar's healthy, they're the 1 seed.
versus Joe Flacco in the playoffs.
Elite versus elite.
Could you imagine Joe Flacco eliminating the Ravens from the playoffs?
In an already bizarre, crazy, historical year, what better bow to put
This
on
is
top?
some multiversal shit.
You can't write this.
Like, if Lamar Jackson even plays the Ravens in the playoffs, one, that means the Browns advanced.
That means Joe Flacco is a starting quarterback.
Joe Flacco's a starting quarterback. The Browns advanced somehow in an away game.
Oh, that's the biggest stretch there.
And then we go to Baltimore.
On a last minute
Because here's the thing.
Hail Mary.
Joe Flacco feels at home in Baltimore.
Of course, he's
So he's
comfortable
not
as can
gonna
be.
he's not gonna have that pressure. Half the fans might be rooting for him.
He's got nothing to lose. That's the thing about you guys too. There's no pressure.
No.
You've been so beat up.
We're the Browns.
Yeah, even if you were healthy, there's really no pressure.
Even if we're 100% healthy,
You're
we're the Browns.
expected to lose.
We're Cleveland.
Yeah.
You're always the dog.
There's no way, right?
It's impossible.
But if there was a year to do it,
Turn your mic off.
here comes the hope. I want to hear it. I want to hear the hope.
It's not hope, dude. It's just I know it's gonna happen.
Stone cold fact.
You want to make a bet live on the air?
$17 million.
No,
Double or nothing.
no. I'm already so. In
We've
debt.
won one playoff game in like 35 years.
Okay, cool. We're
That means
gonna
you
win
do.
like 3 this year and then win the Super Bowl. So
As much as I would love that, I honestly don't see a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
If that were to happen, if Shane's call comes correct, it's only fair that Cam takes over the EP role and Shane is now owner and main host of
Deal.
SnS.
You got to take over the social medias.
That's a shake. I'm a witness.
all right, dude.
Flacco, now the pressure is on.
and then Joe
Browns
Flacco.
win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You can Sports and Stogies is yours, bud.
Thank you.
You
Thank
could
I
fire us
appreciate
both.
it.
You
I mean,
could.
You're in full control.
If I fire you both, can I still use this as the studio?
It'd be
You're
yours.
the owner, so yeah.
Okay.
You
All right.
technically would own this room.
Maybe the entire property.
You
I
could take
I
over
have not seen our legal contracts, but there's a lot of fine print in there.
a lot. It's pretty much all fine print.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, it's legit just it says sports and stogies, and then I can't even really read the next
It's
19
all just,
pages.
yeah,
Bunch of legal
very
speak.
small.
So, yeah, it could be all yours, pal.
Hey, dude, sounds good to me. I put nothing up on that.
That's a fair point because it's such a long shot.
I don't
Yeah.
need you to.
Put up 45 cents. Put up a ticket.
I
for,
get to keep the laptop. Like,
Yeah.
that's mine.
as EP. That would be your property, at least according to the contract, I think.
I think it's in there somewhere. Executive producer provides laptop. I think I remember my
There's
lawyer writing
page
that.
14, subclause 2A.
Yeah.
I'll check it out here pro show.
Now, hold up. So, Joe Flacco, after the Super Bowl, signs a 5-year, $230 million deal with the Browns,
Fully guaranteed.
fully guaranteed.
We have that kind of money.
Deshaun Watson will just decide that he doesn't really need the money.
Oh,
He's just
Okay.
just gonna blow it all in massage parlors anyway.
and you're now, man.
And you had it. You had momentum.
You would have to retire Sports and Stogies immediately if it wasn't me in charge.
No,
Is what you just said. That's
No.
basically what came out of
Or
your
it'd
mouth.
blow up. And we wouldn't be there to partake.
It'd blow up for not the right reasons.
Any PR is good PR.
I
It'd be
think
like Skip Bayless.
it'd be like Jinxie's chat.
No,
You don't think so?
nope. That has nothing to do with sports.
I know, but it'd be
It'd
the
be
same.
like Skip Bayless's comments.
Hey, the man's loaded.
I haven't really looked at his comments, honestly.
It's all people just saying, "Dude, you're wrong. You're an idiot. You're dumb." And then one guy is like, he's kind of got a point. And it's just Skip Bayless's burner account.
Or Eric Lewis.
Named Skip Bayless's burner account.
Hide in plain sight. You boys both won your SNS playoff matchups, correct?
We did.
Yes, I did. And I'll tell the fans exactly what I told Larry ahead of our matchup.
Not exactly, maybe.
Don't read.
Hold my nuts just like you did 2 weeks ago.
Bold talk right there.
Because I'm coming for the championship.
Are you confident?
Yeah.
Is Shane confident?
No.
Facing off against
I'm
the
actually
legendary
projected to
Matt
win.
Gordon.
So I'm confident if Tyreek Hill plays, but the problem is I don't think he will. And when he didn't, I put up, I think, less than 100 points.
He's a team carrier for sure.
He is. And Zay Flowers put up 1.7 last week. And he is my next best option for wideout.
I am projected to win.
You have A.J. Brown and Mike Evans, right?
I do. A.J. Brown put up like 7.
Okay.
They're still both better than Zay Flowers.
No, I know, but they're both in the lineup already. I need to fill Tyreek Hill.
You have no flex option?
I'm starting DeAndre Hopkins, and Christian Watson.
Oh.
And I won a playoff game already. And I
Well.
can finally put Josh Jacobs back in the lineup.
They're dropping 65 this week.
He's projected 15 somehow. But Christian McCaffrey, man.
Again, a team carrier.
Even a low week for Christian McCaffrey, his lowest is 13.8.
That's insane.
But Larry has got some ballers.
Oh, best record in the league for a reason.
Jalen Hurts,
But
Alvin Kamara, James Cook. Now, he's lost a lot in the wide receiver department. Starting Chris Godwin, Noah Brown.
Ooh, okay. That definitely goes in your favor.
But he does have Trey McBride, Jonathan Taylor, Buffalo's defense, and Justin Tucker.
It's a pretty strong way to finish your lineup off.
So right now I'm projected to win by 8 points.
Could we get a Cam v. Shane championship matchup?
That'd be crazy.
It would be.
I hope it happens. It makes us look a little better at least.
It would.
Can we pick up players on the waiver right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like blocked.
Who could you picked up Joe Flacco already? Who else could you want? How
Who else could you need?
exactly?
I don't know.
How greedy can you be?
Half my receivers are injured right now,
Allegedly.
so I
One.
need
No. One of your receivers is injured.
Zay Flowers is also injured.
He's out.
It's questionable,
He'll be fine. He's been questionable every single week this year.
but
But he is playing San Fran.
Just click on Zay Flowers. Just click on him real quick. You can read the little thing right there, and it'll tell you how much he's practiced.
Didn't practice Wednesday.
Oh, God, he's out. Guaranteed.
He plays Monday night. It's plenty of time.
It's an extra day to recover.
Yeah, it says he's probably going to play Monday.
There you go.
But you could go pick up Greg the Torch Dortch.
You could.
He's
Who's
available.
even on the waiver wire?
Josh Downs.
Josh Palmer is actually the best
Nope.
player.
Nope, don't want him.
And after that, it is Darius Slayton.
Yep, so you're keeping Zay Flowers.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, picking up Josh Palmer for the Dukester next week.
Nobody at this point in the season should be starting any Charger.
Mad Max Dugan's got to come in, right?
They have nothing to lose.
Give the guy some reps.
I might as well.
Johnston, career revival.
To ECU connection. Could you imagine if he goes all year just being horrible, and then
And then his
Duke
boy.
Meister comes in,
Who knows how to throw him the ball?
12 catches,
You
235.
just got to float it into his hands.
Might not work every time.
Can't drop a pillow.
QJ could.
No chance.
If anybody could, it's him and Kadarius.
Now let's go. Sleeper of the week.
Reigning champ this week was Cam.
Shane got smoked.
I beat him by 7 points. It was a close match, but came with a substantial win there by 26 over me.
I think he scored more than my actual fantasy team.
Probably.
106 in that ballpark.
Yeah,
And somehow you advanced.
I did.
So with 2 weeks to go, I have 6 wins. Cam 5, Shane 3, Shane 4
Shane's goal
to play spoiler.
is to play spoiler.
Yes.
There could be a couple tiebreaker scenarios,
Shane's playing for second.
and I'm not playing for a tiebreak with Cam. If I win, I'm locked in first place.
Correct.
If either of you win, Cam, me and you are tied for first. If Shane wins, you guys are tied for last, going into the final week.
Yeah.
A lot of things at play here.
Which means if you win the final week, we both split the punishment.
Correct.
Which the poll will be going up when Sleeper of the Week concludes. And we're about at the time where I can do the polar plunge.
Ooh, at the Browns game.
I
next
would like
Thursday
for it
night.
to still just be an ice bath.
We'll discuss there.
How bad are these? Is it going to be like hop on a Greyhound bus and don't get off?
Who knows, dude? It's
That is-
whatever the fans want.
That's hilarious, but that seems a little harsh.
It's
It does.
whatever the fans want, dude.
We are for the people.
Can we at least ride on the same Greyhound?
No.
Nah, that's way too much fun.
We would have a blast.
That's what I was going to say, dude.
Probably get kicked off.
There's some questionable characters already on a
That
Greyhound.
is true. I don't think that's
Sir,
an option.
no fun
There's-
on the Greyhound, please.
No, there's no way that us two get kicked off the Greyhound before 90% of the riders.
Ooh, I take 99.
Yeah.
Point
There's no
two.
way.
So fans, if you want to comment the old Greyhound random bus ride, we wouldn't say no.
Yeah, whatever you guys want, send in all of the options. We'll make a poll. You guys decide. You know how this goes.
This is a very
I would like
important
to
draft.
revive the loser gets tased option.
Ooh, I'm here for that.
If they vote on it, dude, I mean,
It was second place last year.
Slim margins.
Yeah. Polar Plunge won by like 3%.
ooh.
So
I would have voted Taser if I voted.
so would I. And it was me who lost. I think I did vote Taser.
I feel like
I think it's both funnier, and I'd rather do that than a polar plunge.
yeah.
No, give me the polar plunge over getting tased.
You ever been tased?
I've seen videos of people like shitting themselves getting
Well,
tased.
yeah, that's like hardcore tase.
You're not getting stun gunned in hell. It's just a quick zap, dude.
You have to do more than a quick zap. I quick zapped myself. On
Wait a
that.
minute here. Wait a minute. Say that word again, Shane.
Zapped?
We bring in the one and only Zap Meister to zap you guys live on air.
I'm here for it.
If you can secure it, dude.
I will get in touch.
Okay.
I know a guy. I'll get him Sean Stellato.
All right, Shane, what's your team?
We're looking at Gardner Minshew, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, Jacoby
That wasn't the order
Myers.
you drafted your running backs.
Blah, 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 blah. That's the order that I wrote them down. Jacoby Myers, Cooper Kupp, David Njoku, and Evan Ingram at my flex.
Super flex.
Super flex.
The first ever, I think, dual tight end lineup in sleeper history.
That does check out.
I picked second. Went with Baker Mayfield,
Baker,
K9.
Baker, touchdown maker.
Kenny Walker, Devon A. Chain, because Dallas cannot stop any running back right
I'm
now.
open.
Brandon Cooks taking a shot on Gabe Davis after 2 straight zeros. He's due for a big game.
Can't be 3, right?
It could be. It very well could be.
He'll at
I'm
least
thinking,
get 1.
I'm thinking 32 points.
He'll at least get 1.
Trey McBride and my super flex, Javonte Williams.
And as the reigning champ, I obviously need a win, so I'm taking a reigning champs team. We're going Justin Fields, Gus Edwards, Jonathan Taylor, T. Higgins, Calvin Ridley, Dallas Goedert, and Jake Browning in my super flex.
Tough matchup, no Jamar Chase, but we've bet against him all year. And what has he done?
I have the stack.
What has he done but win?
Nothing. I think he's undefeated, actually.
After that first game with the Steelers, but that was a long, long time ago.
That doesn't count. He only played like half.
Yeah, whatever.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Or maybe most of it, but didn't play at all. Was that the game Joe Burrow went out?
I don't think he started, is the point.
Yeah, maybe he did, actually. No, because, he started because he played the game before that.
Correct. Well, we'll cut that. All right, boys, let's hit break here real quick before NBA and UFC talk. Episode 67 of SnS back after this. As 2024 fast approaches, Shane, you know what we're due for.
We're due for a trip to the gym.
To get back in shape,
We need
especially.
to.
Yeah, I've been due for that for about 3 years now. But as always, the New Year's rush in the gym is just the worst time to go.
It's horrible because you can't get on a machine. You can't get on anything like treadmill wise. It's all packed up full of people that you can watch and they're like not doing anything right.
I mean, my whole routine gets ruined,
Yeah, you're there for 2 hours to do a 45-minute workout.
which in turn is not getting me a good workout because I'm
No.
resting too much. It's just
Exactly.
terrible, and it's just such a hassle.
I don't want to do that.
Which was a better way to get back in beach bod shape for 2024.
Someone needs to come up with that.
Well, boys, stop all this yipping and yapping, because I got the guy for you.
Talk to me, Goose.
Do you know what an ACE certified personal trainer is?
No, but I'd love to learn.
So an ACE certified personal trainer is somebody who will personally train you in all things fitness. See what I
Okay,
did there?
that sounds promising.
See what I did there?
I did. You don't have to
We
say
did.
it. Just let it go.
Not only is he ACE certified, but he also has his own personal trainer Funko Pop now.
Is that a fact?
It is.
It's pretty dope.
Personalized, customized Funko Pop of my boy ACE certified Evan Keaton.
All right, so we go to the gym, meet the guy, get a workout in there. It doesn't really solve all the problems that me and Shane were talking about.
I mean, that's an option. He does offer that service. But he can also bring the gym to you,
to like my residence.
to your house.
Okay.
All the equipment.
I was going to say, that's my next question. I have no equipment here.
I'm one step ahead of you, bud. How about his contact information?
Oh, I'd love to get a hold of him.
Would you like that?
How can I?
His email is allthingsfitness. See what I did there?
I saw it.
15@gmail.com. His cell phone number, 937-308-6324. And his website, allthingsfit.org. On his website, you will find that he has fitness classes from low, moderate, and insane intensity levels.
As in group classes.
Correct.
It's very, very alluring there too, especially after the new year.
It is, you know?
Because the one-on-one can get a little, maybe intimidating for somebody on their new fitness journey.
I could see that. You get like a little self-conscious. You're like, this guy's kind of judging me.
And that's Funko Pop certified personal trainer, Evan Keaton.
The one and only. Good friend of the show. And a good member of the inaugural SNS Fantasy League.
Let's talk NBA.
Where do you want to start here, boys?
Draymond Green suspended indefinitely
Yeah, as soon as we finish recording
after
last episode.
throwing a spinning back fist
Well, it's incidental,
at, I don't even remember who he
Yusuf
punched.
Nurkic.
Nurkic. Yeah.
Even better. For some reason, Nurkic was at 3 line. You know what? I side with Draymond on this. Why was Nurkic out on the 3? Get down and bang in the paint, dude. What are you doing out there?
Wrong place, wrong time, dude.
That's what the whole altercation was about, dude. He just
Probably.
wanted him to get back in place.
So what are you doing out here? You don't belong out here.
Get back over there. And then he
Where do you
tried.
belong?
He tried
Boom,
to point.
KO.
He tried to point back towards the paint.
And then
And-
did like a spin,
Wind up.
flailed his arm back in a fist, and threw it.
Yeah, it's
And it just
a
happened.
complete accident. Everyone's overreacting. And now he has to go to classes.
Yeah, I don't know any details on that as far as indefinite suspension
He's got to
he
meet
said-
with the NBA before he can get reinstated.
and what, like anger classes or
Yeah, I think-
conduct.
I think he has to go to anger classes.
I don't
And
think he's an angry guy.
I don't think he is either. I think
I'll be honest.
I think he genuinely just has fun beating people up on the court.
I think he loves that old school style of basketball, and he just can't not live it.
And my thing now is for the Warriors. 5 years ago, you can get by with this from Draymond. But he's not good enough now to keep putting up with this kind of behavior.
No.
At this point, you're severely costing the team.
Definitely needs to tone it back because he did sign like a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
So you got to dial it back. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's going to trade for him.
With Clay regressing a little bit, although he's heating up lately, you need your guys out there, and you can't be having Dre missing, who knows, maybe the rest of the season.
The chokehold, I'll allow it.
I thought it was actually warranted because I don't like Rudy Gobert either.
That's fair.
It's just impressive that he got up to that 7-foot-tall neck.
I think just the speed at which he caught to go and choke that man out when Rudy wasn't even involved
Okay,
in the play.
he didn't choke him out.
He didn't.
He put him in a chokehold.
But it wasn't for even that long.
No, but he
And Rudy wasn't trying to get out.
This isn't Islam we're talking about where he locked in on Charles Oliveira and Charles immediately tapped.
There's no Shavkat out there. Locking in Wonder Boy.
Like even Rudy was like just flailing his arms. He's like, "What's going on, dude?"
Look around. Like, what's up with this guy? Is this the end?
I hope not. I want to see him do it more.
I don't think he was talking about just Draymond Green. I think he was just talking
Oh,
about
the
the Warriors
Warriors.
dynasty.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing, really. I mean, Draymond as a important player and the Warriors dynasty altogether. I know you read a report that said Steph requested a trade from Woj, I think.
Dude, that was such a crazy thing. The guy had Woj's account, his profile picture. He was Twitter verified and everything. Had me so fooled.
Gotcha.
Got me good.
I
I clicked
thought-
on it and he had 3,000 followers, and I was like, ooh.
If that was Shane, I get it. I thought you would have known better. But you think, verified.
The fact that he
Clearly
had
Woj.
3,000 followers, too.
Pretty impressive. Can we just do that? Can we just fake being like Stephen A. Smith and just build up our fan base a little bit?
Probably.
Why not? Shane, when you take over the show in a month and a half or so, make that your first priority.
Pretend to be celebrities to get clicks.
Clout. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. That'll work.
I like that idea.
Now we have to talk about Shane's favorite player, the return of Ja Morant.
Speaking of controversial players,
According to sources, he said that he had a gun on the court.
okay, come on. Let's be serious. This is a journalistic show. Reporting
No,
facts only.
He played really good, but I don't think he's going to play for very long. He's going to find a way to get himself in trouble again.
Maybe.
I want to be optimistic here. You'd think after the past year and a half, 2 years, you'd finally learn to start to move on a little bit.
But they usually say third strike you're out, but now we're on like 4.
Or 7.
Yeah.
Either way, came in, 30 points, game-winning 3, coming back from a 17-point deficit,
Played great.
getting a dub.
He had like 35, yeah.
They're clearly... Remember last year when the little talk was that maybe
They were
they're better
good without
off
him.
Without Ja?
And now this year they're terrible and they're great with him. Well, not great, but looked a whole lot better. Looked
be
like
the-
basketball.
Could be the Dylan Brooks effect, too.
That is also true. Without Ja
And no Brooks.
and no Brooks, you're a pretty terrible team. With Brooks, no Ja, you're all right.
They went 17-2 in that stretch without Ja?
Give or
Something
take.
wild like that?
Dylan Brooks, 6 points per game, 3
On
cuss outs,
19 shots.
2 technicals.
Yep. Great defense, though.
Yeah.
Lockdown defender, dude.
Trade rumors. I know you said you got a couple.
Hearing a lot of talks of Donovan Mitchell on the move.
What do you get?
And who does he go to?
I don't know who's shopping.
Once again, what team is one Mitchell away from taking that next step?
Shane, thoughts? I know
I've heard talks.
you had some thoughts on this a couple months ago, or like a month ago.
Did I?
Yeah.
I've heard talks of the Knicks needing that third piece.
I could see.
I don't know what they'd send you guys to make that happen.
I don't think they really have anything where if they were to trade it, they'd get better by adding Mitchell.
You can't add another ball dominant player.
No. Charlotte, Melo's too ball dominant.
No.
For both of them,
No. He's a great point guard.
He is, but I'm saying
It's
that
not ball dot. He spreads the ball quite a bit
you're not going to make
and
that
very
team,
efficiently.
But whatever you're getting rid of, you're not going to make up with a ball-dominant guard and LaMelo Ball. The team's already not that great.
Yeah, but Donovan Mitchell can be a spot-up guy. He's just never been in a role where he's had to be.
But if you have
Because Bricker's staff doesn't understand how to manage
An offense.
attitudes.
Yeah.
I don't think Charlotte's. No.
No, we had talked about the 76ers. Remember that?
No.
Probably regressed it after you agreed with me after like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. He held his own there for a while.
I don't know. Orlando has a lot of pieces.
The problem is you would, in my opinion, as a fan, you have to give us so much because we gave up so much. And I just know that we're going to get, a first-round pick. How bad is it really? You know what I mean? Is it James Harden bad?
And even then, are you guys in panic mode right now?
No.
Are you trying to sell?
No. But if somebody's interested and they want to offer a good enough offer,
You're going
take
to listen,
it.
at least, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess OKC has 30 picks in the next 5 years.
We need Shy.
Never going to happen.
No.
We need Lou the Tort Dort.
And Chet Holmgren.
I mean, Lou the Tort Dort and Jaden Williams.
Boom, sold, deal.
No picks.
No picks, just straight up.
Throwing a 2031 6-rounder.
No picks. And your GM.
Now
Did I
that's
forget to mention that?
that's an untouchable, dude.
How about Spider for the GM straight up? And of course, again, the Zach LaVine talks. Apparently, Lakers and Bulls are very close to getting a deal done.
It can't be for Zach LaVine.
You mentioned they really want Caruso back,
That's all the reports I've heard was they want Caruso, not Zach LaVine.
which I think is best for them.
Probably. All you need is a defensive role player.
And what better guy to fill that role than the GOAT,
Then
Alex
the
Caruso?
defensive role player.
Yeah. Headband and all.
I don't know.
At this point, I feel like he's just never going to get moved. LaVine will be a
On
lifetime
the plus
Bull.
side, the trade deadline's not till, February?
Somewhere around there.
So things will start heating up a lot then.
Right in that nice post-Super Bowl window
Yeah.
where things died down here on the show.
Yeah, off season, we got to get creative.
Oh, I've got a list cooked up. Bunch of fun
Sick.
ideas here to fill some time until
Let's
spring
try
training
and do all of
draft
our
time.
interviews in the summertime too, from now on.
Yeah, during baseball, slow time. That definitely works out better. Or even just doing stuff record it and then release it 2 months down the road where we kind of plan
release
it
it
out.
in the summertime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. We'll discuss that off air though.
Yeah.
I've got some contenders or pretenders
Hit me.
for you guys after the in-season tournament's
Oh,
over.
sorry, hit us.
Well,
Please.
you mostly. We'll see what Shane thinks. Team's kind of on the fringe. Starting off with the New York Knicks.
Shane just rolled his eyes and let out a small sigh and looked like he died inside when you said that.
What's he think?
Sometimes they look great, but then there are some times where you wonder why Julius Randle still plays basketball.
Hey, that
Fair point.
Pretty
Okay.
much summed it up perfectly, Pretenders.
Yeah.
I think in the East especially, you have your top 3 teams that are pretty well established, and then your Knicks, Cavs that are kind of that tier below.
Yeah, I'd like to say that the Knicks are a tier below the Cavs, but I can't really say that anymore.
Based off last year's playoffs. Yeah.
And just this year.
So far, at least.
The Cavs have been terrible. Not really, but just they're not having fun.
Yeah, which last year they were like the most fun team out there.
Something's going on.
In the locker room.
I don't know if it is Donovan Mitchell, but I don't know what's happening, but it's not the same Cavs that we saw last year.
Got to wake up here, boys. How about the Orlando Magic?
Pretenders.
We touched on that 2 weeks ago.
And they've kept it up since then.
They have, but
That's fine. Come playoff time, no
yeah,
chance.
No.
Don't believe in Paolo and Franz Wagner.
No.
The Dallas Mavericks.
You looked the same way I did when you just asked about the Knicks.
Yeah, but that's not your favorite team.
No.
This is my second favorite team.
So
In my fan-based opinion, I'd love to say they're contenders. But realistically, the inconsistencies are too great to say that they're contenders.
Is there enough help outside Dad, Luka, Kyrie, and so far a great year from Timmy Hardaway? I like
That's
Lively a lot, but I don't think he's a championship kind of piece.
I don't know.
I mean, Luka can only carry you so far by himself.
I'm going to say right now, pretenders.
The aforementioned Golden State Warriors,
Pretenders.
Pretenders.
not even close.
No.
And last but not least, are Indiana Pacers.
I think contenders, but they're on they're not a championship level team right now, but they're very like the Thunder. They're close.
They could make a deep run right now and no one
So
will
in my
question it.
opinion, they are contenders because they will be contending for a title. Could potentially be this year. I'd be very surprised. But I'd say in the next 3.
Got to fix that defense, first and foremost. They'll put up 140 a night.
Yeah.
Now, come playoff time, that shooting is a little bit streaky, as always, with every team. Yeah, I think they're still probably 1 or 2 years away, but bright and fun to watch, for sure.
Very Cavs-esque.
Our team of the week, making its return here after the tournament.
I've got the Cavs. They beat the Jazz tonight. They play the Pelicans tomorrow, and then they play the Bulls to close out a 3-game week. I think they lose to the Pelicans and beat the Bulls.
I've got the Miami Heat, who beat the Magic tonight, host Atlanta, which they should win, and then host Philly, which could be a toss-up. I'm going to say lose to Philly, though.
I took the Philly 76ers, and it's only a 2-game week, but big Christmas Day game.
That's why he took them.
And
The gift that keeps on giving. Christmas Day sports.
Yes. They play the Raptors, they should win, and then I think they'll beat the Heat.
Should.
They should.
Should. I think that'll wrap up NBA here.
What's the etiquette for getting sports on Christmas Day, like during the day like that?
Hey, let's see what's on TV.
Now, see-
a
Well, the problem
game.
is everybody's got Christmas Story, Home Alone. Something's on already.
With Thanksgiving, it's already established.
Right.
There's a history there. NFL's going to be on all day while
Yeah.
you're cooking, getting things ready. Christmas, I feel like it's got to be at least, depending how early you start, 2, 3 p.m.
Well, that's when the basketball tips off.
Yeah, so I think you can't go noon tip, which they've been good about that. You know, you get in, have your breakfast, get your presents opened, hang out a little bit. I think come 2, 3. That's pushing it
I'm
maybe,
So
but I think
stoked for my grandpa's Christmas breakfast.
legendary.
Oh, man. I think probably the only person I can say that makes a better spread than I do.
That is a high bar.
And I'm a
You're known for your breakfast.
very self-critical person when it comes to my food, and I can never critique my breakfast. Except eggs. Just because sometimes they're a little run. It depends on how big the batch is.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's very difficult, depending on your cookware, to cook the whole carton of eggs through and through sometimes.
Yeah, I make my eggs runny just for me. I don't really care.
Like scrambled runny or
Yeah, yeah. But if I'm
Okay.
cooking for like a spread, yeah, you got to be a little more careful. Make sure you get it perfect. The
Yeah.
old Gordon Ramsay technique.
And I will say I also season my eggs.
Oh, you have to.
S&P, a little bit of garlic with usually a little bit of like cayenne or something like
Now we're
that.
talking.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for that Sunday slop eventually.
one day.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
One day. I do need to buy a wok.
Yeah, that's your most important step of that process, really.
Yeah.
No
I don't-
wok,
I
no
don't know if
slop.
I'd be able to cook it in anything else.
Yeah. Get you and Sherm back in the kitchen together. Film it. SnS cooking show.
I would love to do that,
That'd be
dude.
dope, dude. That'd be cool as hell.
Fun fact, I actually used to make YouTube videos called Quarantine Cuisine,
I have heard that. I've not seen them.
They've
Are they
been
still
archived.
posted? Archived? Yeah.
and it wasn't good. Like it was before I started actually cooking, which was only like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I will say, top notch.
Come a long way.
But I was making like just box mac and cheese, and I'd put it on like a double-decker spicy chicken patty,
Dude, I mean, I'm here for that.
That does sound good.
slam it in barbecue sauce, and just be like, all right, here we go. And I wore this super oversized sombrero for no reason.
Yeah, it's your stick. It's your gimmick. You got to have something like that.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty legendary, honestly.
Isn't like your typical deadpan voice back then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe punishment should be you unarchive those videos.
Hey, guys, welcome back to Quarantine Cuisine.
Today we're doing a mac and cheese stuffed double-decker spicy chicken bomb.
One time I did the ultimate breakfast sandwich. It was like 6 pieces of bacon, 6 sausage patties, toast, eggs, syrup, just all over it. It was.
Could you get your mouth around it?
No.
Of course not. It's not a sandwich then.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah. By definition,
That was just
maybe.
the presentation. When I actually ate it, I had to take like a couple sausage patties.
Well, of
out.
course, yes. It's too much going on at once.
Cheese.
Oh,
I did the whole
naturally.
9, yeah.
Just dripping everywhere. Let's go to MMA. UFC 296.
Banger card.
Could have been
I know.
better, but of course, thanks to Shane,
Shane's favorite fighter wasn't able to fight.
Ian Gary dropped out.
Darn it. Do we know why?
I've heard some
Pneumonia?
theories.
I thought. They
Pneumonia
said-
is the official cause that we put out there. Said he wanted to fight. Doctor said no.
I heard his wife said he had pneumonia.
And
That's
then
why
she
he
was
couldn't
with
fight.
she was still there with Sean O'Malley.
That's unconfirmed.
Allegedly.
Kind of
But
weird.
I did see a picture, and it could just be people trolling. But
It
there
could have
were
been posted
so
by
many,
Sean Strickland.
so many comments that said, "Is that Ian Gary's wife?" That it almost has to be a little bit true. Like maybe she just looks like her or something. I didn't really dig into
Does
it.
she have a sister, maybe? Cousin? Either way,
Did anybody see the ex-husband?
not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right.
But turns out, vegan diet, not good for your immune system.
I guess not. Somehow you get pneumonia the day before the fight.
You know who didn't get pneumonia?
Who?
Shavkat Rachmanov. You know his diet? Horse meat.
Yeah. He swears up and down by it.
And results back that up.
They do. They do.
Yeah, I've not seen momentum grind to a halt quicker than Ian Gary. Not even pertaining to stuff in the octagon.
Yeah, Andy's fighting Joff Neal next.
Which again, I don't like you mentioned earlier. Why not just reschedule Luque?
No idea. Why are you?
Luque didn't fight.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
As Luque said, I don't want to fight this cuck anymore.
And it's,
I'm
and
backing
it's
up.
like after Jeff and Shavkat's fight, that's what you want to give your rising star to?
Yeah.
Like that seems
At
brutal.
this point, I kind of hope Jeff Neal just beats Ian Gary, and he kind of just disappears.
Yeah.
And I was high on the Gary train, but again, nothing. I've not seen a momentum stop like this before.
Yeah, it's tough.
Just in a pure PR standpoint.
And it's like it wouldn't be that bad if she didn't have a book about it.
No, that goes a long way.
Like you fell for it.
I mean, maybe he says, I don't care. I
Yeah,
love her,
maybe.
and I'm going to go for it anyway.
And props to him.
More power to him, But the fights that did happen were pretty excellent. Pretty great
Correct.
card front to back.
Start with Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell.
Why Emmett was a dog, I don't know. Huge right hand. And then kind of scary after the fight.
Yeah, Bryce kind of seized up a little
yeah,
bit,
For sure.
but he did post that he was good.
Thank God.
He said he doesn't remember anything. Shane, you know all about that. You told me about it.
Yeah, he posted a video, I think the day after. He was just back at his house building a barn. He said he
Sounds like Bryce Mitchell.
felt fine. Doesn't remember anything.
He did thank Josh Emmett for not coming down with a second.
He did.
Oh, yeah,
hammer
most
fist.
guys, when you hit a shot like that and see the reaction, you kind of know.
Yeah, because he said that could have been bad news.
Oh, for sure. I think we both picked Emmett, too. I went back and looked at mine at least. I couldn't remember that fight, but I know otherwise I went 4 for 4. Not counting the
I didn't
the
pick
guard
that
brand.
fight.
no.
I don't think, unless I did just on the air. I didn't write down my pick.
Either way, great win for Emmett, moving momentum there. You had Patty and Tony went.
I'm going to go ahead and give that win to Luque.
Well, we can roll with that.
So I'll take the 1 for 1 there. Patty,
You made your opponent drop out. It's a dub.
Patty the baddie, man.
Again, no shocks there, right?
It was just a masterclass.
Besides him not keeping his chin down, which he's got to fix that. But against Tony, you can get by.
You can get by with that against Tony. But, I mean, he really didn't get too hurt.
No.
He got cut, but nothing serious. He wasn't really ever dazed. Tony looked terrible on the ground.
As expected.
But chin of steel.
His own downfall,
There was
honestly.
a couple times where I thought the fight should have been stopped.
Yeah, I've heard some talks of Patty should have been able to finish him, but it's Tony Ferguson, man.
And Patty was right. He said it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Even if I win, he was a wash Tony Ferguson. You're going to nitpick something. And, like, it doesn't matter that he threw 50 significant strikes around and just completely and utterly destroyed the guy. And it's sad because nobody talked about Jamal Hill like this when he beat Glover,
Not at all.
who is also 50 years old.
To be fair, though, Glover just come off a championship. In much better shape at his age than Tony is now. Much less damage on him.
Yeah. But same.
If anything, that was kind of Glover's peak. Like, he peaked at like 38, 39.
I guess. I don't know.
And now, of course, the talk is, can we just make Tony retire? He wants to keep fighting. Can Dana just say, like, nah, man, you're out. No more
When's his
scheduled fights.
contract up?
I think he's got like 2 more on his contract.
Just let him fight it out. His legacy's already destroyed.
7-fight lose. It's tough to even say destroyed because
It's
you want to
destroyed.
separate. Like
Because he
Khabib
was-
said, after the Gaethje fight, he'll never be the same. And
Yeah.
he hasn't. been.
And Ferguson was peaking.
Yeah.
Like, he never peaked. We don't know what he could have been.
12-fight win streak. Should have fought Khabib like 7 times, kept getting postponed, and then here comes
So it's
Justin
like-
Gaethje.
Yeah, his legacy's destroyed. He never got to the top.
What could have been? Some alternate universe. Tony got the belt. Still has the belt, maybe.
And then Tony says, yeah, it took a pandemic to make me lose. And it's like, that's not
Maybe the first one, but you lost 7 straight now, pal.
what it
Come on.
took. It took a freaking one. If you're not the same after the Gaethje fight, you're definitely not the same after getting kicked in the face by Michael Chandler,
No.
where your entire face moved
That was
and your ears flapped.
one of the craziest still shots in history.
Like, watching it in slow-mo and you see his ears start flying like Dumbo,
Yeah.
you're done.
Hang him up, Tony. Don't want to see that anymore.
Again, fight out the last 2 fights. Just take fun fights. Don't take guys who are trying to prove anything. Just take older guys like you, like Bobby Green.
Oh, Bobby might kill Tony.
He already fought Bobby Green.
I know. Like, take fights like that, though. Like, it's not going to move anybody up in the rankings. It's nobody trying to prove themselves. Just take fun fights that is fun for both of you. And finish out your last 2 fights.
And walk away with what little health you have left.
I don't think the UFC even extends a re-offer.
No, shouldn't.
No.
But then he'll probably go to like
He'll try.
BKFC.
I would hate to see him go. Please just go to ONE or PFL.
No, just retire. Don't fight anymore.
Like, if you're going to go fight, don't do bare knuckle. You'll die.
Literally in the ring.
Probably.
Which for a guy like Tony, maybe that's what he wants.
Maybe.
With that mindset.
Blaze of glory.
Yeah, lifetime fighter.
Boys.
And it's not even a blaze of glory because you just got outstruck 100-2.
I know we're towards the end, but I do need to go home and study
Dude,
for
we're like-
this
it's like
test tomorrow.
5
5
minutes.
minutes away.
I need us to wrap it up, dude.
All right, let's go. We got 5 minutes left here.
Okay.
Shopcott,
Unreal.
Wonder Boy.
Unreal. I have my certification test tomorrow.
You've had 7 of those already. But anyways,
This is the last one.
Shane pulling a Wonder Boy. Trying to
Wrap it
tap
up real
out
quick.
right before the bell. 4
Yeah,
seconds
'cause-
remaining.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, I need to get this stuff. I need to go home and try and study a little bit.
What
before I
time
go
is
to
it?
Sleep. It's 12:40.
40.
you said by 1.
I said
You
by
live 5 minutes
12.
away.
I said by 12.
Well, we
Okay.
took a long break, to be fair. Either way, Shopcott, another finish over Wonder Boy. Again, as expected. Would have wanted to see Wonder Boy fight out 4 more seconds.
He
But-
should have.
What are you gonna do? Maybe he didn't know what the situation was. Maybe he didn't hear the stick clap thing at 10 seconds.
He was in the process of being choked out.
Or it was just
so.
that tight and had to tap.
It is Shopcott.
And then I think the fight of the night, Pantoja and Royval,
Definitely. Besides the Irene.
which I didn't see, unfortunately.
I know,
Aldana.
But I've seen some highlights. It was pretty brutal.
Pantoja with the win. Defends the belt.
Looks-
Crazy cardio, crazy chin.
Yeah.
This
Snooze
old
fest,
man.
Leon Colby.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be a great fight, but I didn't think Colby would sit around on his ass for 3 straight rounds.
when he fought, he won, in my opinion, definitely
Probably
won
took
round 4.
Yeah.
And I think you could argue he won round 5.
Yeah, but he just didn't do literally anything in the first 3.
Unreal.
So
And I don't
we
even
just-
know what you do with Colby moving forward.
Yeah, just give him money fights. He'll keep taking co-mains to sell tickets and sell your press conferences,
Fair enough.
but should never get a title fight ever again, barring a
Agreed.
huge 5-fight win streak. And again, Leon, respect the guy, good dude. Is he a great champ? I don't think so. Shavkat's coming, only a matter of time. Now, let's go ahead and do a stick pick here real quick, so we can get Captain Shane out of here. So you got plenty of options for our penultimate stick pick of the year.
Oh, here we go.
What'd you get?
The Luciano.
Just black Luciano. We'll call it the, say the Fiat Lux. Why not? We'll do Luciano Fiat Lux today. Again, one of my favorite up-and-coming brands. Going to explode here, hopefully, in the big market real soon. Ash for cash. Again, like last week, we each took one game, which I don't think I actually could. All right, we did Christmas Day. So Shane went Sixers +1. Cam went Mavs +4 at Phoenix, and I took Niners -5.5. $10 to win 60. Pretty modest, but I think 3 easily achievable bets right there. I'm going to piggyback that. Of course, as always, we do not give financial and or betting advice. So
We do
take
not.
that with a grain of salt.
Except me, because my pick hit last week.
You were the only one that hit last week. Correct.
That is true. Was the only one.
The Close but No Cigar. We're going Maple Leafs Blue Jackets. CBJ, a 5-0 lead in the third quarter, in the third period. Blew it. And then won it 6-5 in overtime.
Unfortunately.
First time in history, a team has blown a 5-0 lead in the third period. And still won after that, thank God. Leafs close to a historic comeback.
But no cigar.
And bums, I got Draymond to start, obviously. Don't need to say anything more on that. Chargers, self-explanatory, same thing. 63 to a team that got shut out the week before. Panthers, Falcons for that just abysmal game. And my last pick, George Pickens. Touched on it earlier. Not a great wideout, but the attitude is
Terrible.
Horrible.
Chase Claypool.
Especially for a bad wideout.
After the comments about not blocking for Warren, he's like, I don't want to get hurt. Y'all see what it's like out there. They doubled down on it. He's been a diva all year. And again, not good enough, like Draymond, to be putting up with this kind of behavior. Those are your 4 bums of the week. Shane, take us out of here.
You know what we always say around here, boys.
SNS.
To the moon.